Let's get nasty on a Wednesday. It's the Fastline on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. You know how to reach us. Or if you don't, let's just talk about it right now. Air Comfort Service tax line is 314-399-9646. You can also check out the Snake Pit. That's our 101 ESPN YouTube channel. You can always leave us a Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Boys, spring training.
Woo, baby!
Is on right now at in Jupiter. And it's going to be an interest, as we know, it's going to be kind of a different spring training for the Cardinals. Different doesn't necessarily mean bad, although we certainly know that this rebuild is just being kicked off here, and you're not going to have the same feel or same expectations that you've had in years past. But I was reading one article at ESPN, and they were talking about one player from each team to watch out for in spring training. And the player that they listed for the Cardinals was Victor Scott, who I know, Carey, you're intrigued by.
Man, I'm excited about Victor Scott. I told you, I think defense matters. I know some people don't think so. Seahawks would tell you otherwise. Defense matters.
Defense wins championships.
Defense wins
Everyone
championships.
Knows that.
And I think Victor Scott is an outstanding. And, I mean, once he gets on the base paths,
once he gets there,
it's problematic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was his OBP last year?
Yeah, you know me.
Don't bore us with numbers.
No, this is not. Carey, let me explain something to you, Carey. See, this is just a reference point that tells you maybe how often your guy who's great on the bases got on base. It's just a barometer.
They got new rules in baseball. You know,
Anthony, do we have an OBP?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were looking.
No, I am.
I was trying to buy time. That's how we do it.
Totally am. Yes. Yeah, you set me up perfectly. Then I did something else. On-base percentage last year. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
on-base, 305.
305. And what's a good one?
that's a hell of a batting average.
No,
Carey, not
3
bad.
hits out of every damn 10?
Yeah,
that's different.
What are we talking about here? Who's not asking for that?
Yeah, average on-base in Major League Baseball, about 320.
Okay.
Above average, about 340. Elite, we're talking about 400
There
plus.
you go.
Yeah.
He's just below average.
So he's got to work on getting on base a little more. But when he does, Carey, he is excited.
Look at that speed.
I saw him working yesterday on bunting, and they had the one-handed drill showing the soft touch.
There you go.
Yeah. That's how they do it, Anthony.
Willie
If you go
Mays
two
Hayes.
hands, you're apt to push forward with it, and that's not good. What you want to do is let the ball just hit the bat and let the weight of the bat be the bunt.
Get those
I don't
fingers
know if
out
you
the
knew
way.
that. I don't know if you know much about baseball, but
I don't.
I'm here for you.
Don't. Yeah. You bunt with your legs.
This guy played
Elevator.
baseball.
You just
Elevator. Up, down.
But then you hold the bat. You don't push it.
No, you don't want to push. Unless it's a push bunt.
There you
Well,
go.
you're trying to drag bunt, which is different.
You could drag bunt.
You could do that at home, too.
You also get a little place down third base line if
drag
you're
bunt
Victor
at home,
Scott.
Carey?
Nah, I don't know what that is, man.
That's where you fart and then walk by everybody on the couch.
Somebody drag bunted us yesterday in the office.
We figured out what it was.
What was it?
It's the refrigerator.
It's the refrigerator.
Again?
Yeah, man.
What's in there?
Oh, it ain't
It's
in there
not
no
there
more.
anymore.
Oh, it
I
was
thought it was
bad.
Carey, though, because Carey got up and moved yesterday.
It was, so when
Everything
you
wafted.
stood up and walked out and because Marshy actually opened the refrigerator almost at the exact
same time?
I was like, did Anthony? Oh, my
I
God.
thought at one point we were eating your fart.
Well, the funny thing is, Jamie and I, you and I were in the break room, and then we walked in. I thought it was you.
No, I was like, no, that ain't me. I don't know what that was. If it's me, I'll tell you.
When did we figure that out? Today?
Just today.
When you walked out,
I got it.
he opened the refrigerator almost simultaneously, and I was like, did Anthony just? Why would he do that?
No, I would tell you.
We thought Anthony drag bunted right through the office.
Right out of the office.
Well, look, Carey, you looked at me yesterday, and you said, look, I would tell you. I would tell you guys.
Yeah.
I would definitely tell you.
I would warn you guys. I'd say, hey, listen, this is going to happen.
Watch out.
Yep.
Would you feel bad? If it really, honestly, because we're bros in here, right? There's times where I fart in public, and then it's singes my nose hairs, and I'm like, oh my. And sometimes Ashley's there, and she's like, did you? And I'm
I did.
Oh yeah. She's like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, just walk, just keep walking.
Keep walking.
And people
They don't know who it is.
But now with you guys, if that happens, sometimes it happens in the studio, and it's airtight, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. We try not to.
We try not to.
We're very respectful.
But it
in that regard.
has happened.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yeah.
And I just tell you guys, like, guys, sorry,
You give everybody a heads up.
Yeah.
Listen, this just happened.
might want to take a lap.
For me, when I get on a plane, it's bad. Like the air pressure, I don't know.
It makes you gassy?
Yeah.
Really?
So you're sitting
man.
there for 2.5 hours just pounding farts into the flotation
And then
device.
here's the bad part, because there's something about the air pressure. I think it does make some people gassy. I get extremely pissed off when somebody else farts and I gotta smell it.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. I'm like, but I understand it.
You're a hypocrite.
I am hypocritical.
But I think we all
100%.
I don't want to smell somebody else's fart.
No, of course not. It's terrible.
I could have the same fart and be like, "Ooh, that's bad," but kind of like, okay, like
Somebody
you
else's?
grade it,
Yeah.
But somebody else does it, and I'm offended.
Oh, of course, yeah. You're immediately ticked off. Like, how could you do this? Meanwhile, you did it an hour ago.
Not great.
Yeah. So Victor Scott had an on-base percentage of 305 last year, Jamie.
Yeah.
But slightly below
That's good,
average.
man.
Yep. Now, my question is, who would be your player to pop in spring training? I think about Brendan Donovan, who obviously was traded last week to the Seattle Mariners. But when he came up in 2022, he had a great spring training and just stuck around. Like I don't remember him going back to the minors unless it was an injury situation. I don't think he ever went back.
Victor?
No. Brendan Donovan.
Oh, no, yeah.
So who would be your horse? Because there's going to be plenty of opportunities.
Yeah.
Opportunities abound on a rebuilding team. So who would be your
You go first.
your Cardinal to pop?
Let me go first?
Yeah, you go
I
first.
feel like you're setting me up.
Nah,
I don't trust Carey.
you
Whenever
go
he
first.
says go first and he's smiling, he's got something going
setting
on.
you up.
I'm happy, man.
Whatever. I'm going to say J.J. Weatherholt.
Opening day.
He's not an underdog per se because he's been highly touted, but it is a bit of an underdog because on most teams they still want to season him a little bit at AAA level. And I think once he breaks camp with the Cardinals, I think he's here to stay for his career or in the majors.
Okay.
Hopefully here. Hopefully he's good here.
Hopefully.
Anthony?
I think J.J. Weatherholt is the chalk. I think Victor Scott is
See what he
intriguing.
just did?
No, he is.
No, he just
poo-pooed on
he
your-
just sky dumped on my
he
pick.
poo-pooed on your pick.
He
And tried to act
is.
like he didn't.
He did.
He's the pick that I think most of us would
All right,
choose.
no, that's fine. That's fine, Anthony. That's fine. It's fine. Jose Fermin's my guy, okay?
No,
Is
that's
that better?
not. No, it's
Is that
not
better?
better because it's not realistic.
Whatever.
Weatherholt is very realistic.
God, but too
I like it.
realistic, apparently.
I like it. Good pick.
Thank you, Carey.
I'm gonna go Nolan Gorman.
He's already playing.
I know, but
To pop.
though, to
have one of those years.
to cement
Is that really a guy that
his
qualifies?
role. Yeah.
Brendan Donovan was like a rookie. He'd never made the team before.
I don't think we're talking
Yeah,
about.
but Gorman doesn't have. It's not like we're like, hey, Gorman cemented third base. We're talking. I was the one that said he's probably going to be a platoon player with
Well,
Thomas
this changes
Ajaysi.
everything then. This changes the whole concept of the game, Anthony. Are you just making the rules now?
I don't even think I established any rules.
It's his show.
Well, when he used Brendan Donovan, Marshy, correct me if I'm wrong, when he uses Brendan Donovan, a guy who had no major league experience who stuck around, it's a little bit different than a guy who's got 3 years of baseball under his belt, right?
But I'm not saying Mason Wynn.
You could say
would
Mason
be
Wynn?
different.
That- he
No,
could take a
because Mason
step.
Wynn, he's
Mason
already
Wynn is
established.
probably more of a better answer than Gorman.
No, Mason Wynn has already been.
I like your answer,
He's been
Anthony.
established. Thank you,
Anthony,
CD.
and I like your answer, Jamie. We give out stars. Good job, fellas.
Who's yours?
You want to go, Marsh, or you want me to go?
I'll go. I'm going to say Thomas. Jeez.
You get choked
It makes
up.
him choked
I
up.
know.
Thinking
It's
about
choked up when you
Alpha
sing
player
about it.
Tommy.
I like your pick.
Just Cardinals baseball in general.
Yeah, you're so excited.
Gosh, am I ever, Anthony? I'm going to go with Thomas Ajaysi. The reason why is because I feel like he's sort of the guy that is like a floater right now. I think in our minds we have certain players in certain positions, and maybe for some people he's solidified in that infield, but I don't think he is. So maybe he's a guy that ends up having a really good spring training, turns some heads. You know, we've got a look at him over the course of the last season, and then of course, he wasn't a guy that was drafted by the Cardinals, but he was brought in by the trade. But maybe this is a spring training for him to let everybody know, hey, I'm coming for your job.
I like that.
I'm coming for your job, man. I want to be the starting third baseman. I want to be the starting second baseman.
going to steal
Hell,
your
I'll play
girlfriend.
the outfield. You know, who knows, right? I think this is a guy that could pop in spring training and really turn some heads and get people excited.
Okay.
I like it.
Carey.
My client. My number one client. Had a really good rookie year.
Did he?
Had a down year. He did. Had a
Really
down
good?
year. Not to his own doing. A lot of questions. A lot of people
Everybody else's
concerned.
fault, Anthony.
Blaming the Cardinals again.
Listen, some people concerned. Some people worried. You know who's not? This guy.
Yeah, you were.
Jordan Walker. Walk it like it's hot.
Okay.
That's what the hell he's going to do.
Okay.
Yep.
I hope so.
Jordan Walker.
So he's your spring training click.
My guy, man.
Pick to click.
Yep.
Okay.
You got to believe, man.
Pick to click.
At some point, it's going to happen.
Good.
This year,
Anthony, your thoughts?
I'm drinking the cool. You.
I think it's an excellent choice.
Thank you. See how that works? See how kindness
asked
works,
him.
Jamie?
I just asked.
You should try it sometime. Kindness.
I'm very
Think about
kind. Compared to what I want to say about that right now, I'm being very kind.
Well, you don't have anything good to say. Don't say anything.
That's what my mom always told
Yep.
me.
She's a very wise woman.
She's very great.
And a saint. I mean, she dealt with you for all these years.
Not only him, brother. Yeah.
You know, Carey.
Is it a problem that none of us chose a pitcher?
Well, he said player. I didn't know he was a pitcher.
Well, pitchers are players.
They're human
Dustin
beings.
May. You want to all get one pitcher?
Yes.
All right, I got Dustin May.
Liam Doyle.
Okay.
It's kind of the J.J. Weatherholt
It
of
is,
pitchers.
A little bit, yeah. Give me that Quinn Matthews.
Okay.
Why not?
Marsh?
I'm going to go with Kyle Leahy. Kyle Leahy.
I don't hate that at all.
He's a guy that they've talked about before, maybe giving him an opportunity at the starting rotation. So we'll see what that looks like. Obviously, you brought in a lot of other pitchers from trades in the offseason, so they'll obviously get a look. But I'm interested to see what Kyle Leahy does this spring training. And based on what I saw last year, him coming out of the bullpen, I think he has a decent shot. But I'm excited to see ultimately what this rotation turns into.
All right, 2:13, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Has the pressure to break through ever been higher for quarterbacks in the NFL? I don't think there has been. I'll explain why next on 101 ESPN. Well, the NBA is a perfect place to play on Underdog because you can make your entries and win money throughout the next couple of weeks and obviously into the playoffs. But playing on Underdog's easy. Just choose a matchup that you like. And I don't mean a matchup and you have to just stick with the same game. I mean choose a matchup from a player standpoint. Choose whether or not the player will go higher or lower on their stats in that given matchup. So points, rebounds, assists, you could choose one. You could choose one player from one game, choose an opposing player from the same game. And heck, you could do an NHL player when the NHL comes back around after the Olympics, or you could go to another NBA matchup. Choice is yours at Underdog, but if you get your entries right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the app today. When they ask you for a promo code, you've got one. Just type in my first name, Anthony, and you're going to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 on Underdog. Again, don't forget that promo code Anthony at sign up of Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present. Missouri. Terms apply. See assets to underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html. For details, concern with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.ncbgambling.org. Gauntlet on 101 ESPN. We just saw Sam Darnold win a Super Bowl, and he did so before Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. You also have, of course, some really good quarterbacks out there that have not won a Super Bowl. Either good quarterbacks that are not in that elite tier, guys like Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert. You also have young players, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix. Depending on what you think about Jackson Dart, maybe Jackson Dart's one of those up-and-coming.
I think that's going to be an
QBs.
interesting situation with Harbaugh to see what Jackson Dart really is.
Now, he paired him with Matt Nagy, so, there's that.
Best of luck.
But nonetheless, Jackson Dart's got
what's wrong with Matt Nagy?
Well, he doesn't seem to know what he's doing.
How does he keep getting jobs at?
Good question. kind of a Kirk Cousins agent thing. He knows people. Anyway, so with quarterback, my question is, with quarterback play being as deep as it is right now in the NFL, is the pressure to break through ever been higher right now for quarterbacks? Quarterbacks like Josh Allen, again, who has not gotten to a Super Bowl, yet alone won one. Lamar Jackson has yet to get to a Super Bowl, let alone win one. Matthew Stafford got to won one, and now he's in that company of, can you break through and win a second, which to me would put him in that no-brainer Hall of Fame category. Do you guys think the pressure has ever been higher right now for quarterbacks like that to break through and either win one or win their second?
I think the pressure for a quarterback to win a Super Bowl has always been high. I mean, when you talk about Dan Marino, you're like, yeah, man, he was a great player. He never won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Like that's always Jim Kelly, Hall of Fame, man, but never won a Super Bowl. Actually lost 4 times.
Right.
So I think the pressure
might be harder to do.
It might be, honestly. Winning it one time versus losing 4 years in a row.
Well, let's go positive here. He got to 4 straight Super Bowls.
There are quarterbacks.
4 straight.
There are quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl, even 2 Super Bowls, but never got to 4.
Right. Yeah. Straight 4 consecutive Super Bowls.
It doesn't. Jim Kelly right now is like, guys, I appreciate your help. It doesn't solve the problem that I didn't win one.
Still impressive.
So I think the pressure for that has always been high. I think, when you're talking about Lamar Jackson, when you're talking about Josh Allen, yeah, MVPs, had a great year, haven't won a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, yeah, he's a great quarterback. One of the best receivers that he's playing with, 2 of the best receivers in T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, they got really good guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, never won. Actually made it and lost. So I think there's always a level of pressure, and I believe the higher you're drafted, Sam Darnold was the 3rd overall pick, if I'm not mistaken, and just his career seemed to be going in a direction that never favored him being in the position that he's in today. Mm-hmm. It never looked like he would be, I saw the commercial yesterday. I finally saw it. Him and Kenneth Walker. Where are you guys going? We're going to Disney World. Sam Darnold? Really? You? Okay. Like, no one expected. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. Anthony Stalter is the only. Anthony and Sam Darnold's family are the only people that expected this.
Hey,
Yeah, you're wise beyond.
I actually didn't. I just said he's under a lot of pressure, and you guys made fun of me for it. But.
You said he had a lot to prove.
And the most ever to prove in ever,
I don't know
Bob.
about the most ever, but
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Let me read this comment by Splashback Deuce in the Snake Pit, because I think it's really good. He goes, arguably, the pressure is higher when you're one of a handful that can do it. He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
So I agree, Carey, in that the pressure has always been there. However, you go back to the AFC back when you played, right? We're talking about really only 3 guys, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Big Ben. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not knocking any other quarter like Phillip Rivers for all those years with the Chargers. Always good, but I don't remember having a lot of Phillip Rivers conversations about, is he ever gonna make it to the Super Bowl?
Right.
You look at the landscape just in the AFC with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Now, Bo Nix. If he played 2 weeks ago, he might have been in the Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence. Everybody's high on him again.
Yep.
You still have, who am I missing in the AFC? Well, Drake May now. I think there's more competition, which makes it more difficult if you're Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson to get there. We're not talking about 3 guys anymore. We're talking about, hell, Drake May got the Patriots to the Super Bowl in his 2nd year. Yeah. Sam Darnold just won one. It's going to be difficult.
It will be.
I think the pressure's never been higher.
I think, and then you have teams like the Houston Texans, who C.J. Stroud is on that team, but that defense is elite. Like it is, but it's also very difficult to win a Super Bowl. Like everyone is not going to win a championship. Charles Barkley was one of the best basketball players of his era. You know who else was in that era?
Oh, let me see. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Now, a lot of guys didn't win.
Sorry, Scottie Pippen.
Him too. Yeah, they say he doesn't win. He never won without him. Yeah, okay, cool. You can be a great player, but you can run into a buzzsaw every single year. The Kansas City Chiefs have shown that. The New England Patriots have shown that. Like, to be able to find a way, you got to have your best year with your best team. And, you might have to go through a team like the New England Patriots when they had Tom Brady, or you might have to go through the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. But if you don't, that doesn't mean you're not a great player. But the pressure is always going to be there. Mm-hmm. It's never going to go away, especially for that specific position.
Yeah.
You don't look at running backs and you don't think about Thurman Thomas and say, oh, yeah, but he never won a Super Bowl. You don't think about Barry Sanders and say, oh, yeah, but he never won a Super Bowl. You don't say that about those players, Hall of Fame players, greatest players of their position.
You almost feel bad for those guys
do.
As opposed to the quarterback.
Quarterback, you're like, the guy didn't win a Super Bowl. He's crap.
Right.
They're on the same team, man.
That's a good point. Yeah, with Barry, you're like, geez, stupid ass Lions.
Yeah.
Ruined Barry Sanders' opportunity. Dan Marino, like, never won one. You're great and all, but no Super Bowl rings.
It's ridiculous.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So, I think pressure is always going to be there.
It's also interesting with the AFC. The AFC's stacked. The NFC, I think, is getting there with guys like Caleb Williams. And
who won the Super Bowl, Anthony?
Sam Darnold.
Which conference?
NFC.
There we go.
What's your point?
Doesn't matter how stacked it is. It's who's got winners.
What?
Who's got winners?
Who won it last year?
The NFC.
Yeah.
The Eagles.
And the year before?
Yeah. AFC.
Yeah, I know.
What is he talking about?
Okay, but Seahawks this year, Eagles the year before, 49ers the year before, Eagles the year before, the Rams, I think, the year before. Like, there's been a different NFC team, which goes into the point of it's a little bit more difficult to get through the AFC because you got Patty Mahomes sitting there.
Well, this is the year. Next year is the year as well.
That's Jamie's just flat out saying, you know what? I threw it out there.
I just wanted to see if you're listening.
Just going to walk away now.
No. What I meant was, when you look at the different teams, I think that shows the conference might be a little more balanced, maybe not as competitive as like Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, he was the Kansas City Chiefs were the measuring stick for like Josh Allen and Lamar and all those guys can't beat Patrick Mahomes. Well, I don't know. Yeah, does that mean that the conference is more stacked or stacked with one team?
I just think the route to winning in the AFC is harder. It's more difficult. Like Trevor Lawrence, for example. Trevor Lawrence had a really good year. Dude drew Josh Allen in the first round.
Yeah.
The Jaguars' first round.
I think the pressure is all, like CD said, the pressure is always going to be there for quarterbacks. I think today the pressure should more so focus on the general manager. Like, can you put together a great team even without without an elite quarterback? Can you do that? Because we've seen the last two teams win the Super Bowl, I'd say not have a top 5 quarterback leading their team. Can you draft well? Can you find the right head coach? These are all the things that fall on the general manager and, the front office as a whole.
Jamie. It's always Jamie.
Marshy.
Well, you were picking on Anthony there for a second. So.
I just don't get it. It's fine.
Anyways, I feel like what we've seen over the past couple of years, general managers need to get it right. They need to, because you can win without an elite quarterback. So how do you build your team around a guy that maybe you don't have to pay as much?
Well, Howie Roseman and John Schneider are two of the best in the game, and they've proven that over the last couple of years. The Seattle team was no fluke. They won 10 games a year ago with Geno Smith. They signed Sam Darnold, trade Geno Smith, and then win the Super Bowl. That roster was loaded for bear. Needed the right person, and like you said, Marsh, the GM, knew what he was doing as well. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Hey, this Friday morning, help heat up St. Louis during the 26th annual Hardee's Rise and Shine fundraiser. Stop by any participating Hardee's in the bi-state area this Friday morning and grab a sausage biscuit or egg biscuit for just $1. 100% of the proceeds of all funds collected will help heat up St. Louis, supporting people in need in both Missouri and Illinois. That's this Friday morning at any participating Hardee's. Find out more at 101ESPN.com. Marcia's got what's trending for you next.
Well, so many exciting things going on with Circa Sports these days. Now the big game is over. They've got so many other things lined up for everybody. Derek Stevens, the owner of Circa Sports, him and the group are coming back to St. Louis here very soon. They're going to spend a number of days here and looking to promote the new app. That's right, the app that is available here in the state of Missouri. Go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and punch in Circa Sports, and you're going to find the white logo, Circa Sports. That's the one here for the state of Missouri. Click on that, and you're ready to go. And with college basketball heating up, the big tournament right around the corner, Circa Sports has so many great games to play over there, whether it's player props, parlays, money lines, it doesn't matter. Circa Sports always has the best odds of any app that are out there. After the Olympic break, the NHL is going to be in full force. Lots of fun games there that you'll be able to get in on all the action, but you got to download the app. You got to set yourself up right. You got to get on Circa Sports and be ready to go. So please, again, download that app. Get ready to have a great time. For any other information that you need, visit circasports.com. Again, that's circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. It's a great day to be a baseball fan. Pitchers and catchers begin reporting today. And we talked about spring training earlier in the show. Which Cardinals player will pop in spring training? If you missed that conversation, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We're going to give you an update on some of the men's hockey that is taking place today in the Olympics. That's coming up next with What's Trending. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
There's a shot knocked out in front. Scores! The youngster, Dalibor Dvorsky, with the biggest goal of his life.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it is time for What's Trending. Right there, you heard Dalibor Dvorsky score for Slovakia as they defeated Finland. So Dalibor Dvorsky, the young St. Louis Blue, with a huge goal, the biggest goal of his life. Really cool to see one of the Blues players make an immediate impact so far for their home country in the Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's great to see, obviously. We had the conversation about what Blues player will perform well, who will have a big performance in the Olympics, which ones could struggle. So it's good to see Dalibor Dvorsky. I mean, that kid has just had a special year. It's unfortunate that the Blues have played so poorly because it does mask a breakout season for Dalibor Dvorsky, who I don't think, by the way, while he has always been somebody that we've talked about, I don't think anybody really thought that this could be his breakout season. Do you guys? Is that fair?
That's probably fair. I think you probably thought Jimmy Snuggerud would have a breakout year. You were intrigued about Logan Mailloux, what that trade would bring back and what would it bear. I don't know that people thought that Dalibor Dvorsky would be, have a breakout year. I think you were just like, okay, we'll see how he goes. And you're like, oh, crap, he's still here. He's not going anywhere. He's really playing really well. So, And I think the only thing that happens when you're playing in a competition like that in the Olympics, you gain more confidence. You start trusting in yourself. Maybe the role is a little different on your Olympic team than it is on your NHL team. And I think that's always, maybe there's an elevated role on the team that he's on now in the Olympics versus what he is. Because I think when you are a player, the worst thing that can happen is you kind of, if you don't use it, you lose it. Literally, like in sports, I believe that if I'm not catching passes like I've always done, well, by the time you throw me the ball, I don't catch it.
It's a repetition. It's a mental.
It's being able to do it over and over again.
Yeah.
So if the Olympics are allowing him to be more aggressive and have more confidence, I think it just will shift back to when he comes back with the Blues. He's going to have that much more confidence and be ready to roll.
Double D?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's looking good, man. And throughout the season, you can see his trajectory. He's just kind of been ascending. More ice time, more responsibility, playing better, more consistently. Playing against the world's best players now in this situation, to your point, Carey, this is going to be great for him. He's going to come back and the NHL is going to feel easier, as crazy as that sounds.
Which is crazy.
It is crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Yeah.
Slovakia, they defeated Finland 4-1. Right now we have a game going on. Italy and Sweden tied at 1 apiece in the first period. Are you surprised that this game is tied right now?
This is like when you're seeing a flood and you see like a wall that's bending, and it's about to break open and the flood's about to take out the entire village. It's 20-3, the shots on net right now. It's only a matter of time before they score again, and then again, and again, and again. I think it's like a 5-1 final here at the end of this.
How quickly or how hard is it to gel with your new teammates, like in such a get choked up again thinking about Cardinals baseball and the Olympics.
Man,
I mean, it only happens, at least the Winter Olympics, only 4 times, or only once every 4 years. But, how hard is it to gel so quickly in such a short period of time?
So here's the thing is some of these other countries have national team breaks, have national team stuff in the summertime, world championships. A lot of these countries, I don't want to say take it more seriously, but they send more of the A squad every year. Canada and the U.S. will actually have the biggest challenge of gelling quickly because they don't really, like, the best players from Canada and the U.S. don't always play in the world championships. They're tired, they're sore, they're done with the season, no desire to go play in a tournament, a friendly tournament. It means a lot. It's a world championships, but to them, like, if you're making $8-10 million and you're sore and you're beat up, we're not probably going to wait.
Yeah.
So they'll have a little bit more of a challenge, I think, gelling and finding line combinations. But look, it's hockey, man. And when you're playing hockey with so many elite players, you figure it out pretty darn quickly.
Who's the Italy goalie? Because he is getting.
He's about to sue his team for non-support. He's hired an attorney already.
He's like, ooh,
It's Nick Sirianni.
everywhere.
Yeah, like I said, 22-3, the shots on goal right now.
I feel like that would be just a really cool thing, though, to... I mean, you're representing Italy. Italy is not a hotbed for hockey by any means, but this is the home country where the Olympics are taking place, and you're the last man standing. And right now, speaking of standing, it seems like he's standing on his head after giving up 1 goal on 22 shots.
But how cool is this for some of these countries, okay? Let's just take a step back. Like Italy, Latvia, some of these countries, even Germany for that matter, those are guys that'll never play in the NHL. They'll never have a chance to ever play against these guys in their lifetime. And here they are playing against them. They're tied 1-1. They're getting whooped pretty much, 22-3 shots. But you're playing against the best players in the world. We got, I believe it's Nick Saraceno, is a local guy from St. Louis. Bartolino's, the family that owns the Bartolino's restaurant's a Saraceno kid. He's playing for Team Italy.
Yeah.
Never in a million years would he have this opportunity except for playing in the Olympics. So... the one thing I asked of former teammates that played in the Olympics before is like, how do you get along with the other countries? He's like, every other country's so cool. They come over, they want to take pictures, they want autographs. They're like, it's weird. Like I remember Bill Guerin, my teammate in Boston, came back and he sat in the room with me and Joe Thornton, and he explained it. And he's like, it's weird because you're just there to play hockey, but all these other athletes are viewing you as like these stars because they're playing the pros and they're making money and they're all over the place. So he's like, we're doing pictures, we're doing autographs, and they're very appreciative of our time.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a really great experience.
Well, think about, you mentioned Team Germany. Like, Leon Draisaitl is on that team.
Yeah.
I don't know what the rest of their roster looks like in terms of NHL
I think they've
players.
got like maybe 2 or 3 NHL-ish guys.
But, like, he is one of the premier NHL players, and these guys that, again, like you said, more than likely won't make it to the NHL, they get to play with a guy that's been to the Cup 2 years in a row, that plays with Connor McDavid and is one of the best players in the league.
So what's interesting about Italy, and I have to applaud them, is they made a decision as a country to not exercise we'll call it the trapdoors. So there's a certain, if you're like 1/16th Italian to where your great-great-grandma was Italian or your great-great-uncle, whatever, you can file the paperwork, and within 4 years, they can approve you to play in the Olympics, get your passport and all that. So some of the guys are on the NHL, like the Felinos. The Felinos could have played for Team Italy. Like, they could have had a pretty good NHL squad. But the Italian country, the federation, said, no, we want the guys who play in Italy.
Yeah.
We want the guys who are really Italian. If we get beat, we get beat. But we're putting a team together that we believe, is best exemplifies like what we are.
Well, I like that stubbornness.
Anthony, you could have played on this team.
I could have.
Yeah.
Could have played.
I missed my opportunity.
Now, Anthony, they would need... Or
You play goalie.
Right now, they need a guy to get the puck out of the zone.
They need a clear guy.
Clearly, the puck has been in their zone for a majority of this game, and I feel like you could bring that element to this squad just to, relieve some pressure in the offensive zone, or at least the defensive zone for Team Italy.
I'd clear that all day long. Yeah.
Sweden just scored by 2-1. The dam is slowly breaking.
Man, there were so many dang on shots. I'm like, man.
This guy's going to have 100 ice bags on at the end of the game.
Good for him, though, man. That's a
You
great
know what?
experience.
He's out there.
Yeah,
And
it's
he's
a great
Italian.
experience.
Italian-born.
There you go.
Okay. Probably going to lose every game.
Oh.
Well, I mean, who they beating, you know?
Well, it's the first game.
Nobody yet.
Who they going to beat?
Maybe Latvia.
Oh, Latvia shows up at World Junior.
They do. They usually have great goaltending.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but they do.
Something the Italians probably won't be
Now,
able
is
to
it
boast.
better Italian or Italian? Because when I lived over there, it was Italiano, not Italiano.
Yeah, no.
So I'm just wondering.
Are you questioning the
Italian.
Italian?
I'm asking a question
I
for
put some emphasis
educational
on
purposes.
it. No, it's Italian.
Okay.
Italian.
All right.
Yeah, it's not Italian.
I'm just wondering. So all those Italians were lying to me. That's all.
No, I'd probably listen to them. All right. Speaking of the Olympics, our former professional athletes were thinking about the Lindsey Vonn injury and how athletes can go out on their terms, or sometimes they're pushed out. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. Well, one of the proud sponsors of the Olympics is Mosby Building Arts. They do a great job of having Olympic level preparation and craftsmanship to each and every project that they do. So you may have just hosted a party last Sunday, or maybe you get a bunch of get-togethers over the holidays, or maybe you're planning on one because you're a big fan of the Olympics and you got friends that come over and enjoy the Olympics as well. That's your space right now. If you're feeling cramped, if you got a cramped family room, or maybe everybody's winding up in the kitchen where all the food is, and you know you're not maximizing your space, that's when you give my friends at Mosby Building Arts a call. They do a great job of coming into your home, saying, "Oh, look, this is the space that we have to work with. We're going to maximize it. We're going to update it. We're going to make sure the resale value is going to be, through the roof as well." Mosby Building Arts are true professionals. And I love the fact that they have everybody in-house. You may have dealt with other companies or maybe other contractors where the project is constantly delayed because those contractors start to pick up other jobs, and maybe it's bigger jobs for more money, and they're like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll get back to your place when I can." Not at Mosby Building Arts. So make sure everything's done right the first time. Everybody is in-house, so when they have your team come over, that's your team that works on your project. They're the best. CallMosby.com is where you can visit them for a free brainstorming session. Again, CallMosby.com. When you do have somebody over, tell them Anthony Stalter from 101 ESPN. You heard the ad here. They'll love hearing that. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company. It's Fastline on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, and Anthony Stalter. I know, Carey, you were thinking about it yesterday, and Jamie, you had mentioned in a separate conversation with me, too, about Lindsey Vonn and the injury that she suffered in the Olympics and how elite athletes don't always have an opportunity to go out on their terms. So, Jamie, what kind of struck you about the Lindsey Vonn situation?
Well, I just feel like, look, for all athletes, you never, I shouldn't say you never. For most athletes, you don't want to leave the game like ever. Mm-hmm. It's all you've known your whole life. And so when I watched Lindsey Vonn and leading up to this Olympics, she's been skiing her whole life. And the tournament or whatever it was, right before the Olympics, she goes and blows out her ACL and then says, I don't care. Basically, tape it up. Mm-hmm. And then she goes out now and gets a compound fracture, I think is what it was. Not a
broken
doctor.
Tibia.
Broken tibia. Whatever it is, broken leg, okay? And I hear people talk, well, she shouldn't have been competing. She had a compromised leg anyways on the other side. And I'm like, you people don't get it. Like, you don't get it. Like, I tell my story. We laugh about it. But I used to say to my brother all the time, like, I will play until I die. Little did I know I'd actually die. Okay? But that's why it's funny, because my brother actually is like, well, you did it.
You did it, man.
You did it. Well,
and you're still trying to play after.
I still try to play after.
Yeah.
So think about that for a second, because I wasn't ready. The game was taken for me before I was ready to leave the game.
Sure.
And so when I look at Lindsey Vonn in particular, she is a champion. And you don't get to be a champion without that absolute hunger to win, that hunger to compete. And she's just one of them. I mean, Carey, I know you have other examples.
Yeah, we were talking about Tiger Woods, all the multitude of injuries that he's dealt with, had back fusion, torn ACL, everything you can think of. I almost drove his car. It had a horrible accident.
Yeah, golf club through the window.
And other places potentially, but kept playing. And you're just like, dude, it was one, I don't remember what tournament it was, but it was one tournament. I'm watching him walk, and I'm in pain. Like, watching him walk. I'm like, dude, you ain't gonna. He was dragging his leg, and you're like, you just gonna keep playing. Because, as Jamie said, the mentality is, yeah, I'll die out here. Mm-hmm. Like, when it's something that you've done your entire life, and it's a sickness. Don't try this at home, kids. It is literally a sickness. Like, it's a gift and a curse, in my opinion. It's a gift because it's what allowed you to get to that level. The curse is you can't turn it off. Like, you don't know when to turn it off. You don't know how to turn it off. And multiple players, a lot of players will play through that pain, will deal with that injury. If it gets worse, I thought about Kevin Durant a couple of years ago when he tore his Achilles in the NBA Finals. He had a calf strain and pretty much knew if you got a calf strain, next thing to go is generally the Achilles. But you're going to keep, like, the hell with it. Yeah. It's the NBA Finals. And if it tears, and I'll deal with it later.
If I die, I die.
If I die, I die. Mm-hmm. And so that's the mentality, and just watching her, torn. And then people will say, well, she didn't really have a torn ACL. I've seen people play football with a torn ACL. They didn't play well, but they've played with torn ACLs. Like, you can play. Sometimes it's a pain tolerance. Sometimes some people don't even have ACLs. I think Sony Michel didn't have ACLs, if I'm not mistaken.
They're
in his
overrated
knees.
Sometimes.
I think they're important.
I don't think Michael Penix Jr. has any.
He might not have any left after this surgery.
Just taking him out.
Yeah, but it's just, to me, it was, and I would bet you any amount of money that if you ask her, she would say, yeah, I'll do it again. I don't give a damn. I would take that chance, because what I want to be and what my goal is in being the best of all time, the greatest of all time, a gold medalist, an NBA champion, an NFL champion, whatever it is, I'll play through it and I'll live with it, and I'll deal with the results later on in life.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you think about some of the other sports too. Like, I was listening to Tom Brady on the Spit and Chicklets podcast, just talking about the year before he retired. He played the last 6 games with a separated shoulder, his right shoulder. So his throwing arm. And, he just said that you do what you have to do to get through those moments. Patrice Bergeron played for the Bruins. Broken ribs, punctured lung, and a separated shoulder, and finished the Stanley Cups and won Game 7. Mm-hmm. Like, you're willing to do whatever. That's all. Like, it's so hard to explain to people who haven't been in that situation. And maybe it isn't. Maybe there's something in your life that drives you so passionately you're willing to risk bodily harm to accomplish it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a banker that does that. Like, and I'm not saying they do or they don't.
Yeah.
Because people have passions in different ways. And so I'm not sitting here saying athletes have more passion than not. But you become programmed to win at all cost. Mm-hmm. And win at all cost means at your own cost, too. The broken bones that I played through and the concussions and the, whatever it is, and Carey, you've been through it, and it's not just us. It's all the other athletes that are doing it, too. What drives you? It's that hunger to be the best that you can be. So when you see the best in their respective sports doing the same thing, it's like, for me, it always set the bar. Always set the bar. I remember watching guys play growing up. They were playing through broken hand, broken nose, stitches in the face. And I was like, whoa. So how could I, knowing that Chris Chelios or Paul Coffey played through broken bones and stitches in the face, and how could I possibly not play through said things? Well, you got to. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know. It struck a chord for me seeing her in the hospital bed. There were some pictures of her laying there, and they're fixing her leg and whatnot. And you feel bad, but at the same time, I felt kind of good for her, Carey. I was like, you know what? If this is it, which it should be, she's 41 years old, but if this is it, she did it her way, man. Like Frank Sinatra said, I did it my way.
Absolutely. Not everybody has your ability, Alvin. You do what you got to do to play. You ain't playing much now, are you?
Very, very good documentary.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else standing out right now about the Olympics? I know everybody's excited, certainly for hockey. U.S. women's got it done yesterday.
Win yesterday over those
Wow,
Canadians.
that's a good team, man. Honestly, that U.S. women's hockey team is really good.
They're loaded.
Yeah, they are. And their youngest players are some of the ones that are contributing the most, which is awesome, which means that team is going to be good for more than one Olympics.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
I watched a little bit of curling the other night. I even watched some figure skating. And I was sitting there, and I've played hockey my whole life. And I was sitting there watching that. And I thought to myself, there is no way on this earth that I could ever do that. Mm-hmm. One, I couldn't dance that way without skates on.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, Marshy.
Not
I've
like
seen
that.
you with a few pops at the weddings.
I can dance. I can dance. Not like that, though.
Sure.
I ain't spinning around and twirling and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not that flexible. There's no way I could do that. No way. Do you think you could do that, Jamie? I mean, you've played hockey your whole life.
Yeah, no.
You can skate.
There's certain things I could do way back when. Certainly not now. Hips and knees and back don't work that way. The way they use their edges, and that's why, like, way back when I was a kid growing up, a lot of people wanted their kids, no matter boy or girl, to take figure skating because the way they work their edges, how they teach you to open up your hips and use your edges and all this thing is very valuable when you're skating to learn to skate the right way. I got a strobe light going on here, Carey. Give me a beer, would you?
Bad bulb.
Not used to those during the day. But yeah, so it's impressive. Each and every sport, it's amazing to watch them go because I've tried a few other sports. We talked about the speed skating.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, I remember being in Calgary one time, having the chance to do the bobsled, down halfway up the course, not even starting it up. And I was in the middle of the bobsled where you basically don't do anything except tuck your head. And I was like, this is scary.
Did it feel like a roller coaster?
It felt like driving an old car with no suspension. It's rattling around the whole time.
I've been in one
and
of
then
those.
you poke your head up just a little bit, and you're just seeing the beams of the things beside you going.
80s was a crazy time, man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So sad news here. We were just talking about the program. We mentioned the program.
No, don't do it.
Varsity Blues. Obviously, we're all big fans of Varsity Blues. James Vanderbeek passed away.
I saw that.
Died of cancer at only 48, man. Yeah. So I was seeing some of the people in the Snake Pit comment on it, and I just Googled it myself. So, yeah, R.I.P. to Jonathan Moxon. So, sorry to hear that about James Vanderbeek,
That's terrible.
Former Dawson's Creek star. So, sad news in the celebrity world today. All right, it's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Can one player immediately change the trajectory of a franchise? I think it's easier to do it in certain sports than others. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. This month, Auto Centers Nissan is clearing inventory fast, so those who wait will miss it. Auto Centers Nissan has over 1,000 new and used vehicles, all in one massive location. When you go out to the dealership, you'll see it. They've got brand new Nissans. By the way, great deals going on. Select new Nissan models get zero payments for 6 months, zero money down, 0% APR for 60 months. 3 zeros, thousands in immediate savings. But if you're shopping used, they get you covered there too. Select pre-owned vehicles at Auto Centers Nissan for this month. Qualify for zero down and no payments for 3 months. And if you finance a new vehicle or a pre-owned vehicle from Auto Centers Nissan, that includes complimentary walkaway finance protection, help defend you from negative loan equity if life changes unexpectedly. So inventory moving quickly, selection shrinking. So head to AutoCentersNissan.com today. Again, AutoCentersNissan.com. You'll be able to peruse the selection, and then, of course, when you head out to Herculaneum, you'll be able to test drive that exact vehicle or vehicles. Tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan, Herculaneum. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Can one player immediately change the trajectory of a franchise? I think that it absolutely can happen, but certain sports are easier than others. Baseball, I think, is the most difficult to acquire a player that immediately turns around your franchise. Even Shohei Ohtani, you acquire him. Yeah, the Dodgers signed him, but you already had Hall of Famers at damn near every position.
Yeah,
it's a little different. When Shohei Ohtani was with the other L.A. squad of California, Los Angeles, San Jose, San Francisco, Oakland, they didn't even make the playoffs. And you also had Mike Trout. So I think it's more difficult in baseball than in any other sport. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Turning it around quickly?
Yes.
Do you think baseball's the most difficult?
To turn around, to have one player immediately change.
Yeah, because I think baseball is a really individual sport, masked as a team sport. And I say that because it's an individual batter versus pitcher.
Sure.
If I could hit a home run and everybody else could get out, and our pitcher gives up 2 runs, then we lose.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's very
that would be the
individualized.
Mets when Jacob deGrom was there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because you're a New Yorker. as far as the other sports, I think a quarterback can help your trajectory, but I don't know if it's the end all be all. I think the sport that changes the most would be an elite basketball player. Like I think because it's 5 guys on the court. I mean, if he's that elite, you're probably going to allocate 2 guys to him, double team. That means you got a bunch of other people open.
Yeah,
you got more than they got available to defend you. So
yeah, you got 1 elite basketball player making the playoffs. You got 2 elite basketball players.
You got a championship. Or close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that basketball is more. The trajectory can be changed with a franchise player, elite player. But football, I think yeah, you want that elite quarterback. That's what everybody in this draft, you see every single year teams reaching on a quarterback because in their minds, we got to have this guy. We got to have a guy in order to win. And if he's not that elite, I don't think it'll help. Even if he is, I don't know how much it changes if your defense. I mean, Josh Allen is elite. Mm-hmm. Their defense can't stop a nosebleed running the ball.
They've got great pass defense numbers, Carey.
That's because you got to run the damn ball and you don't have to pass.
That's what we get on the text line a lot, Court, apparently. Like, hey, yeah, you guys don't watch the Bills games. No, we see it. We see.
Why the hell would I pass the ball?
Running back go all over you. I do think in the NFL, a quick turnaround is the easiest. I won't say it's easy, but compared to all the other sports, I think it's the easiest because we have more examples of that. But it's not only just one player. It's the NFL is also set up where if you're bad, you can have a quick turnaround. You get the highest draft picks, unless you trade them away. You have the easiest schedules, or potentially the easiest schedules, because if you finish in last, you're gonna have a last place schedule. Yep. And if you get the quarterback and head coach right, you have 2 of the most important aspects of your franchise in place. The Washington Commanders 2 years ago, when they brought in Jaden Daniels, it was an immediate turnaround to the point where they made it all the way to the NFC Championship game. And when he wasn't there this past year, they sunk right back down to being one of the worst teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
So I think that turnaround. I would bet that the Raiders next year have one of the quicker. I think they have one of the.
Raiders
I think they will improve. The most win loss right. Their win loss
record. They win 4 games this year.
I think so.
So if they win 8, they won double. I don't think they'll win 8.
I think they win at least 6, assuming that Mendoza is the real deal. They won 3 games, by the way.
Oh, it's only 3. Okay, they can double their wins.
I think they could double their wins.
I could see. Okay, I won't disagree with that.
I think Clint Kubiak is I think he's legit. Mm-hmm. And if Mendoza isn't a complete, head case bust right out of the gates, I think they could win 6 games. I think that could be a quick turnaround.
They're still picking in the top 10 with 6 wins. So they're 1 year closer to getting better. Maybe.
Potentially.
Yeah. But I won't disagree with that.
If you're in Major League Baseball, let's just go back to baseball for a second. The structure in Major League Baseball makes it damn near impossible if you are a 43-win Colorado Rocky team to win even 80 games this upcoming season. The balance of the schedules, the fact that it takes longer for prospects to mature, which I don't mind, by the way. Everything in baseball is played at a marathon pace. I get it. It's right. It's the national pastime. I understand it. Don't knock to it. That's just the way baseball is. It's played at a slower pace. To get to the big leagues, it takes longer, obviously. You're not going from college right to the big leagues, or certainly high school to the big leagues. Then, of course, there's no salary cap. So if you're in a smaller market or a mid-market, that is also a disadvantage. I'm not saying it's the end-all, be-all, but it is a disadvantage. You're the Rockies. You won 43 games last year. Good luck doubling it. Good luck even improving on the 43. But in football, you could double your wins, I think in one offseason.
I think there's a couple different branches to this question. We're talking about football here. The Lions, I think of Matthew Stafford, right? He didn't do anything of significance as a Lion. However, he, being one player, is traded, and then all of a sudden that team flips into being a contender to win the Super Bowl, to get to the Super Bowl because of this one player,
Well,
right? This is a different kind of aspect to the question.
They went to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff, though. They lost.
They did.
I'm talking about the Lions, though.
But you're saying I thought you were saying when he traded to the Rams.
When Stafford, but he
Right.
is the one player, and you trade one player, he's an asset. You trade him to then acquire picks, which then they use to sort of bolster their team to get back to being relevant in the NFL. That's one player. It's a different way of looking at this question. And I think in Major League Baseball, that's the way you do it, is if you take an asset and you flip him, then maybe you get players back. Now, that player doesn't ultimately help you win a World Series on the field, but he does transactionally.
Sure.
It's just a different way of looking at the question.
Yeah. Jamie, what about in hockey? Because hockey's one of those sports too, where if you don't have the chemistry, line to line,
Yeah.
and you can't figure out that chemistry. Yeah, you can have. I mean, the Oilers are a perfect example of. Yeah, if you got two studs, you can go very far.
Yeah, but
in
how
the
did you get those
postseason.
two studs?
You sucked.
For a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. In a cap sport like the NHL, you can't just go and liquidate. Like if the Blues right now were, I don't know, like the Dodgers, and they weren't happy with certain players, they could just take those contracts and send them somewhere, whatever, pay the contracts, bring in new players. You can refresh the cabinet almost yearly in baseball if you're willing to pay the freight.
Mm-hmm.
And most teams that have the money will do that. But in hockey, with the cap the way it is, it's tough. It's tough. You have to incrementally get better each year, and then through the draft, you have to hope that more players than not become NHL providers. Not just players for a short period of time, but NHL providers, meaning 5, 6, 7 years of good NHL service.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah. NBA, a little different.
I was just listening to Jamie talking about the Dodgers getting rid of contracts, like we would ever
They don't have to.
They don't have to. They
bring in people that couldn't play.
It was just an example, Carey. I'm
Crazy
sorry you
guy.
took it personally.
He's crazy.
Sorry about that.
No
That's
problem.
that's a you problem, not me.
I got a few problems. Don't
Oh,
worry
I know.
about it. Don't worry about it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here for you.
I appreciate you.
You got a couple of problems, but I'm telling you right now, that fox isn't one.
The fox outside my house?
Yeah. You got to leave that fox alone. So Carrie's talking
Well,
about, in the office, he was talking about fox. I said, you leave that fox alone.
I'm not going to bother it, but, I mean, the time frame in which it comes out it's like 9 o'clock,
The fox
8:30.
is one of the highest rabies carriers.
Yeah, I don't, what if somebody's outside, we taking the trash out, the damn fox come foxing around and you're going to
Foxing
find out. He going to find out.
Fine. Box up the fox and bring it over to my house. It's no problem. I told you guys.
I want to let that thing loose in my backyard.
I had a mole problem for a couple of years.
That fox going
Is
in.
somebody telling secrets about your family?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. But no, I'm talking about actual moles.
Oh, okay.
Digging in my backyard until one day. And me and the kids were sitting there. I was with the kids. We're in the kitchen. You can see in the backyard up on the hill. One of the kids goes, "Oh, what is that?" I look up. It's a fox. I go, "Oh, no, we got some issues." Until I saw that fox quickly rip through the ground, rip one of those moles up, flew up, ate that sucker right away. And I said, "You guys watch this. This is nature at work." That mole,
The circle of life.
that mole has been fast laning up your backyard, kids. And that fox just took it out. Guess how many moles I had last summer, Jamie? Goose egg.
They got out of there.
I've got-
So you bring that fox over to me. I got no problem.
I don't know how many I've got, if I've got 1, 2, or many, but I didn't notice it at first. And then what you guys have been over in the backyard, the one area that's where the walkout is, it's like behind the tiki bar area. All of a sudden I noticed a bunch of these like little trails. I'm like, what the heck? Stepped on it, super soft.
Yes.
Then I noticed it like around in the front yard too. I'm like, can't be the same mole, can it? I'm not sure. Kept trying to catch this thing. Kept going out there with the little thing.
Yep.
Trying to-
You're waiting for it. You're trying to see if the grass moves. Yep.
Trying, but the problem is, my dogs, as much as I love them, they're sweethearts. That's what they are, is sweethearts. So they come running out, and like the old dogs I had, the Akitas, would have come out, they would have heard it, and they'd been quiet, and they would have done what the fox did. They're hunters. Nala and Kaiser, they're just happy.
No, yeah.
They're just
Happy
happy.
being
got
there.
another friend.
And they're like, run down, and they make all sorts of noise. The mole goes away, and then they're like, whoa.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah,
They want to play with it.
they do. They're like, oh, I've got a friend.
Yeah.
No.
It's like Ace Ventura trying to catch that pigeon.
Oh,
his
yeah.
beeper goes off and
Of
he
course.
falls. But it turns out it ended up being a good thing because that beeper that went off, he was able to get another job
Yeah.
to find Snowflake.
People
very
sure
true.
are friendly around there.
Yeah. People are friendly around here. So, John Myers in the Snake Pits is huge signing in baseball. Miles Michaelis to the Nationals. Is that true? Can we get
Are
confirmation?
the Nationals tanking?
Oh man,
I saw that the Fed man went back to the White Sox.
No.
they might be.
Did they get the last laugh?
Yeah. Probably.
they?
Yeah, MLB Network 15 minutes ago. Miles Michaelis and the Nationals are reportedly in agreement on a contract. It's the
for
first thing
Good job.
that just popped up
Oh,
when
boy,
I typed
Miles.
in Miles Michaelis.
Now that poor catcher will never be the same.
Jessica Camarado.
Catcher will be fine. The outfielders will get a lot of work.
No, it's the
the
catcher.
fast lane on
It's
101
us.
ESPN.
As soon as Miles gives up a home run.
Even though the teams just made the playoffs, which NFL teams actually face some uncertainty this offseason? Which ones are in the most trouble? That's next to 101 ESPN. If you haven't checked out Arch Madness yet, you got to check it out this year. March 5th through the 8th at Enterprise Center. March 5th is the opening round, and then March 8th we'll have the championship matchup. But Arch Madness is a St. Louis tradition. Bring the family. Bring the family. You'll enjoy the events. You'll enjoy the games. The Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament, again, Arch Madness, celebrating the 50th year of heart racing excitement. The last 36 years right here in St. Louis. 5 decades showcasing buzzer beaters and madness and championship glory. And we've got the Family Fun Pack presented by 101 ESPN. 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns for $105. Coupons available at archmadness.com. So make sure you get your tickets at archmadness.com. Take advantage of that Family Fun Pack. Maybe you got some little ones that are playing basketball right now. Take them to the tournament. They'll enjoy it. Enterprise Center is a great venue. I really enjoy going down to the Arch Madness tournament each and every year. You'll see some great action, some great basketball actions. I remember not too long ago, I guess actually it's going back maybe 8-9 years ago, saw a buzzer beater in the championship game. Crowd was into it. The urgency was there. The team's obviously fighting for an opportunity to go to the NCAA tournament. So check it all out. State Farm slow down, Jamie. State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship Arch Madness. Get your tickets at archmadness.com. 101 ESPN. Even though these teams may have just made the playoffs, which ones are in the most trouble? So which NFL teams that just made the playoffs might be in the most trouble?
That just made the playoff this year?
Yeah. Can I give you one that you're going to disagree with? All right. The Eagles.
Oh, wow.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't know. They're still going to be okay in that division.
They've got the best. They still have an outstanding roster, right? Although, if they trade, let's say they trade A.J. Brown, Lane Johnson's considering retirement. Dallas Goedert is likely moving on. That's one of the Jalen Hurts' main red zone weapons. The offensive scheme is in an overhaul again. Sean Mannion is the OC. For St. Louis Rams fans, you remember the name Sean Mannion. They took him out of Oregon State in like the, 5th or 6th round one year.
Quarterback.
I don't know if he's ever called plays before.
Hey, he's been under center. He called plays.
Well,
He did. He called him in the huddle. And
the OC,
you know about,
the OC called the play, and then he ran it.
Yeah, but he technically had to call
he had
something.
to call it to the huddle.
Just saying. Yeah. Different scheme for Jalen Hurts. Jamie's talked about this before. Apparently, Jalen Hurts just does his own thing.
Yeah, quality guy.
I think the Eagles could be in some danger.
Well, I'm going to take the easiest of the easy. I'm going to go Carolina Panthers.
Well, Carey.
They play at a pretty easy division, though. One of the teams in that division is a quarterback with no knees.
Somebody got to go. Somebody got to make it to the playoffs. I don't think it'll be the Panthers. I mean, they are 7-9. Hell, pick a team out of a hat at that point. 8-9. Excuse me.
Across the board, almost.
pick a team out of a hat. They should have. You know what they should have done? They should have said, we don't need to care about strength of schedule. All these teams stink. Give me Panthers, Bucks, Falcons, Saints. Yeah. Nah, you win. You're a playoff contender. Best of luck to you. You're going to be out in the first round.
I'm going to go out.
What's your problem? Because I went with the Eagles?
I'm going to go out further on a limb than both of your picks. I'm going to go 49ers.
Oh.
I think injuries.
Ain't on a limb? I thought you were going on.
I thought you were actually going to go on a limb.
I did too.
I chose the team that won the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
They were 12-5 last year.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
With
and I'm
everybody
saying
on
they're
their
not going to
team.
do it again. What was the...
Who's going to push back on that?
What was the damn question? Hang on. There's this stupid thing here. Here we go. Oh, which NFL playoff teams are in trouble? I didn't... Do you see any other question to that, Carey? Nope. Any asterisks? Any fine print? No. I made my pick, and this guy doesn't like it. He picked the Eagles, the dumbest pick of all time.
I thought you were going to say the Patriots.
At least there are some huevos rancheros behind that pick.
How is there no huevos rancheros behind that one?
The 49ers?
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan. Is he not a good coach? You brag about him all the time.
I do. They
I'm
lost.
so tired
They
of hearing
lost
about Kyle
Robert
Shanahan
Saleh
from this guy.
They practice next to a power plant. It's causing all of the ACLs and the Achilles injuries of every player to pop.
Typical Falcons fan. Just blame everything else.
I blame the Falcons all the time
Anthony
for their
had your pick.
crappiness.
I had my pick. I hate yours. You hate mine. Okay? Marshy, what's your pick?
You're going to hate mine. Carey just mentioned them, the Patriots.
Yeah.
Super Bowl hangover.
I'm not like Anthony. I'm not going to ridicule your pick.
Oh, thank you. You know, they have
I'm not ridiculing your pick. I'm really ridiculing the fact you said, I'm going to go on a limb more than you guys.
Just take a 2-minute timeout. Okay?
You want me to take a timeout?
Yeah, timeout.
Okay. All right. You know what?
Let Andrew speak.
I'm going to Mexico next week.
See you there, baby. Good luck, Carey.
All right, Marsh, you're right. It's the Patriots. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the Patriots.
No, go ahead. Explain your reasoning. I know I cut you off. I apologize. Explain your reasoning, okay?
Well, they have a first place
I get pissed
schedule.
at you.
They have a first place schedule now. Yeah, I mean, we just look at their schedule from this year. They put an easy schedule. I know a lot of people in that area would push back on that. I think that reared its ugly head in the Super Bowl, and now they'll be tested this upcoming season. Plus, we have to factor in some of the players, or not players, but teams in the AFC that will more than likely be back in the playoffs next year. I just think the Super Bowl hangover is a real thing for a majority of the teams that lose.
Marsha, I think your pick is excellent. I really do. I think the Patriots overachieved this year, which was a great story. Do I think they'll be competitive again next year for a playoff spot? I do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Bills, the Dolphins will be better. The Steelers, who knows? The Ravens will be better. The Bengals, healthy Joe Burrow. Like, it is a very tough conference.
Yeah, I agree.
See, that's how you do it, Anthony.
What do you mean that's how you do it?
That's how you encourage people. That's how you get more out of people. So instead of people just shutting down.
Listen to you.
You don't like what they say.
Listen to you. Really?
Yeah.
Who am I looking at right now? Because that's not Jamie Rivers talking.
Carey. I do
Might
nothing
be
but
Barry
build up
Rivers,
Carey all the time. I build him up. He builds me up. We're better for it.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
You just start chopping the tree down at the bottom. I don't get it. I don't get it.
You have an issue with Carey if he moves over a half an inch.
Yeah, but we know it's an understanding.
You put him down constantly.
That's not true. I build him up.
You're always taking shots at Carey.
Carey, you see what he's trying to do
He's
here?
trying to build a...
He's trying to create Team Stalter.
Yeah.
No. Stay on your island.
I apologize, guys. I'm a little pissed that my Italy's aren't winning.
They're tied. It's 36 to 8.
How did that happen?
Somebody made a mistake.
The scorekeeper, probably.
Yeah.
I think it's very possible, too, that we don't get two AFC South teams in the playoffs next year. So one of those two teams.
Who are you eliminating?
You know, I was thinking maybe it would be Houston because they were a wild card team, but then I look at their defense, and then I look at Jacksonville having that first place schedule, and that's a team where I'm not completely sold on Jacksonville. This is like a team that could look really good again, or they could be bad. I don't know, but Houston has a track record of making the playoffs the last 3 years with C.J. Stroud. Even though they really haven't done anything, at least they've been to the playoffs, so they have structure there, and I feel a little bit more compelled to believe in what that team is rather than Jacksonville.
Yeah, makes sense. I would probably choose Houston over Jacksonville too, but that's no knock on. I think the AFC wild card next year. And I know we're projecting way too far ahead, but I think the AFC wild card battle next year is going to be really interesting. If the Chiefs come back and
I don't think the Chiefs will be back this
the Ravens come back.
Do you think the AFC South could be stronger
Watch
than
your
the
mouth.
AFC North?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
Just
what
looking
the
at Houston and
Steelers...
Jacksonville right off the top.
Yeah, I don't know what the Steelers are going to do. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do a quarterback. I don't know what they're going to look like with this new offense under Mike McCarthy. I think the defense is always going to show up and play really hard and play well. But I'm hopeful that whoever they have at quarterback, if it's Aaron Rodgers, if it's Will Howard, if it's Ty Simpson, who they keep saying they might take in the draft, hopefully that quarterback plays well and the offense is opened up some. But, I mean, they could be a team that might not make it to the playoffs next year. Be interesting to see how it all folds.
Do you kind of hope that happens? Just say, oh, you wanted Mike T out, huh?
Nah, hell no. I still want them to. I want them to win championships. Like Mike T was a hell of a coach. Did it for 19 years. Mm-hmm. Hell of a coach.
I thought your bitterness was stronger.
Nah, I'm not bitter, man. I'm not bitter at all.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Life happens, Anthony. You move on. It's a beautiful part of it, man. Just happy to have had that moment.
I don't know who this is.
Thank you. I don't know who I'm sitting next to
I have
today.
no idea.
Yeah, why would I be mad?
All right.
Just give it time.
If anything, I'm thrilled. Already the party ain't there. What the hell we talking about?
Boy, Ohio State, what are you doing?
Good luck to those guys.
Wow, Ryan Day not going to be able to just for men the gray out of his hair next year. That's going to be just leaking through. He'll have a daily plastering of Just for Men just because already the party's running his offense.
I will say this, though. If you are a top tight end in the nation and you're not entering the transfer portal to go to Ohio State, you're a fool.
Making a mistake.
You're at the ball.
You're like, I'm going to be the third tight end. Great, you'll be the third in you'll be third in targets next year for Ohio State. All right, we got Prove Me Wrong coming up. If you got a Prove Me Wrong statement, send it in to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. This is where you have an opportunity to make a statement that Carey, Jamie, or me will have to prove wrong in the eyes of the one and only Judge Andrew Marsh. Prove Me Wrong next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, we've been talking about it for a while now, how mentality really helps us be the best versions of ourselves. And you go to the South County location. I go to the Chesterfield location, 2 great locations, same staff at both of them. But the one thing that I loved about them is it's not that low T bro clinic. Like they really give you information that is going to help you with your brain and your body and get you to be the version of you that you've always wanted to get back to. When we were younger, we were spry, running around, and had plenty of energy to do all of the things, not just work an entire shift, but then go home to our kids and our family and be a part of that. And that's what low T has been doing for me. I know it's been doing it for you as well.
I can't believe how much low testosterone impacts us as guys. And whether you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, low testosterone affects all of us. And when you have that low testosterone, that affects your energy. It affects your drive, your motivation, even your mood. I mean, mood swings. You're like, what? Why am I so ticked off? Or why am I so down? Whatever. I'm not getting inside the gym. This is all the things that Mentality will help you on. You jump on their program, and it's not long before you feel, man, I feel good. Right. All right, let me get back into the gym. You get back into the gym, man. Let me make sure I'm eating a lot better. Let me look at other avenues that I can get just overall better in my life. So Mentality's there to help. Right now, too. Perfect time to sign up. All new patient labs will be covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250 right out of the gate. Just mention Carey or me. 101 ESPN. They'll love to hear that. But then again, you get the savings of $250 right out the gate. Reclaim the old you, the younger you with Mentality. Schedule your appointment now at lowtusa.com. It's Mentality.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. A big day for Blues forward Dalibor Dvorsky. He scored in Slovakia's 4-1 victory over Finland. We have more Olympic hockey action going on right now as Anthony's Italians are all knotted up with Philip Broberg's team Sweden, 2-2 with less than 5 to go in the second period. We'll keep you updated on that one. But coming up next, we have Prove Me Wrong. So send in your Prove Me Wrong statement to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll play Prove Me Wrong next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
Time for Prove Me Wrong. This is where you can send in a statement that you wish for Carey, Jamie, or me to have to prove wrong in the eyes of our judge, Andrew Marsh. He'll read off our first case. Go ahead.
From the 618, Prove Me Wrong. The NL Central is the Cubs to lose.
Cubs to lose. I'm sorry, the Milwaukee Brewers not in the same division anymore?
They leave?
Did they leave? Carey, can you check on that while I try to make this case?
I saw it. I think there's no.
Are they still in the
NL Central? It is the Cubs, Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates, Cardinals. Yep, Milwaukee Brewers still there.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me just read something off. First, second, first. It's the last 5 seasons. You know, the first, that means the Milwaukee Brewers finished first in 5 of those years. The only time they didn't, they finished second place to our Cardinals, who last time I checked, not a challenge this season. So with the Brewers, the Reds also made the playoffs last year. I'm not saying that they'll win the division, but certainly that's going to be tough. So as long as the Brewers and all of their savviness remain in the NL Central, I'm not just going to automatically say it's the Chicago Cubs division to lose. I think that's we have long disrespected the Milwaukee Brewers and their capabilities. So not going to do that here.
This one's interesting because I think we're going to have 2 different opinions, and it's going to depend on who steps up first. From the 636, prove me wrong. A 0-degree day is better than a 100-degree day with lots of humidity.
Well, a 0-degree day, what happens is you can layer yourself up. Be as hot as you want or as cold as you want at that point, where at a 100-degree day, you don't have a choice. You can only peel off so many layers before you're down to your birthday suit, and you can't peel that off. At least it's not highly advised, that's for sure. With that humidity, it feels terrible. It's draining. It's awful.
But you would much rather deal with the humidity than the cold, because a 0-degree day is awful, right? It's a terrible. You're freezing. Your bones, your jaws are chattering. The 0-degree day.
Make a nice fire. Sit by the fire. And probably take off a layer or 2 because I'm sweating a little bit. It's beautiful. This thing's awesome. What are you going to do? Jump in the pool? The pool water's 100 degrees too at that point, Carey. Stick yourself in a deep freeze? I don't advise it. 0-degree weather. Much better.
What say you, Judge?
Well, considering
This is a little...
you two were saying the complete opposite thing.
Because it's proved me wrong.
Yeah.
You guys are on the same team, and
Prove this wrong, Carey.
seems like there's
Gotta
a
prove.
new divide here. Carey?
Yeah. No.
Did I get it
I'm
wrong?
sorry.
No, not picking up on the
didn't.
song.
He doesn't know sings it.
I didn't even hear it. What was the name of it?
New divide.
New Day.
New Day.
Isn't that a group?
No. It's Linkin Park, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Green Day is a
That's
group,
who I meant.
New Day.
but New Day.
Green Day.
Did you mean Green Day or just
Sure.
say, did you make up New Day?
I thought New Day was a group.
Okay.
Jamie.
I don't know what happened there, guys. I don't know. I don't know why suddenly we're...
A 0-degree day is
we're
better
competing.
than a 100-degree day. Prove it wrong.
Yeah. I messed that up.
No crap.
Yeah. Well, Marcy confused me. He's like, we're going to get a couple of different opinions. So I was like, oh, there's 2 sides of the equation.
It's not.
There really isn't. Guys, my bad.
I mean, all right.
The
don't know what else to tell you.
618 does point out New Day is a WWE tag team.
Knew I heard it before.
Yeah,
So not a song,
It's not a song
or
or
a
a band. It's a tag team. And
Oh, the Swedes.
Wrestling.
The Swedes got. They went back up 3-2.
They've only got
course they
42
did.
shots on net in the second period.
42-11.
In the second.
What is the record for shots on goal?
I don't know.
Oh, that probably got to be
Probably
close.
this.
This is the Italians should just drag this into the street and fight everybody.
Yeah.
They look like they're ready to right now.
They should. I would.
Anthony,
Although you lose players and you can't compete.
you're only down 1, Anthony. It's not like
With
you know,
11 shots. Honestly,
Hey,
it's
still in it.
You got a better. You're doing really well.
They tied
actually.
it up before.
It's amazing that they have 2 goals on 11 shots.
That's really.
That's
the
actually
transaction.
bad on the opposing side in between the pipes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah, no.
All right, should we continue?
Yes, sir.
All right. Joey Vitale's chicken math wants to know, okay, prove me wrong. Miles Michaelis will be a better National than Cardinal.
No, Miles Michaelis, look, I know that it didn't end well here, but Miles Michaelis had a couple of really solid seasons for the Cardinals, one in which, I think his first year, he was an all-star. over the course of his career, Michaelis here in St. Louis, and I know wins and losses aren't everything, but he had an 18-game. He had 18 wins for the Cardinals in his first season. Had the 1 year where he had a ERA of 3.29, and that's over 33 starts. He was 12-13 that year. That was actually the year he was an all-star. Yeah, that was his second year. So he was a two-time all-star here in St. Louis and finished 6th in the Cy Young voting in 2018, which was his first year. So, no, he's not going to be a better National than a Cardinal.
No, he's a great Cardinal.
No chance.
He's a very good Cardinal.
He's so good, Mo gave him an extension.
Mm-hmm. Because he was playing well.
From the 636, prove me wrong. Even with the first pick and Kubiak as the head coach for the Raiders, they will still finish in last place in the AFC West.
I mean, no, they won't, because I keep reminding you all that. What did Patrick Mahomes do at the end of the year last year?
Got injured.
He got injured. Is he gonna play the entire year, Anthony?
No.
Does the backup quarterback in Kansas City, is he Patrick Mahomes-esque? No, not at all. The Chiefs will finish last in the division. Sorry that you have to hear that, Kansas City fans. It's due. It's the due factor. The Chiefs are dealing with injuries. They got a lot of things off the field, issues that have been taking place over the last couple of years. This is going to be a reset for them. They'll finish last. The Raiders, Fernando Mendoza, probably the number 1 overall pick, going to Las Vegas. They're going to do everything that they can. Clint Kubiak was excited because he saw Max Crosby in the facility working out the other day. We had some rumblings of Max being frustrated. Max is going to be locked in, ready to roll. He's one of the best pass rushers in all of football. The Raiders will not finish last in that division at all. It'll be the Kansas City Chiefs. Their quarterback's hurt.
Oh, Carey, I love your optimism. Love that you took this one on, but
Come on, man.
you don't believe
I
that.
do.
There's no chance.
I do.
He might, honestly.
I do believe it.
You know what?
He's not the biggest. Yeah, he's not the biggest Kansas City Chiefs fan, so he might believe it.
He might.
Judge, can you maybe open it up for just a
An easy one?
No. Just open up.
No, I do. I do believe that.
Think about the new evidence that we
the
brought
Kansas
to the
City
table.
Chiefs,
This man
the
has hated
injuries.
the Kansas City Chiefs for
I mean,
a
because
while now.
they were playing outstanding when they went to the Super Bowl and lost by 100, right? And that was with their quarterback.
Yeah.
He was there. It was almost 100. They gave up 50.
My co-counsel
43.
did turn his back on the Chiefs.
I told you, man. I
After
felt it in
committing
my
to them.
bones that they were going to get smoked. They barely. They were running downhill, man, and they didn't
That's
have.
usually a good thing.
They didn't know where they were going, though. You know what I mean? They had no
Get there
direction.
quickly.
You do. Mm-hmm.
They were
But you wanna know where
stumbling
you
down
go.
the hill, like in that
Stumbling,
commercial.
bumbling. Yeah.
Cheese roll.
Cheese roll,
keg roll.
the keg roll.
Yeah.
Or you're saying the Raiders are actually just going to walk down the hill.
The Raiders
Yeah,
with good footing. With good footing.
Now, how many wins did you say the Raiders were going to get
Oh, boy.
when we just talked about them?
I said easily 8. Anthony said they had 4. I said, well, they can double that. And I said 8 because I said they could double it. I said, how many do they have? He said 4. I said, well, they can double that. They can get 8. And I could easily see Kansas City only having 7.
But do you know how many they had this year?
I said, Anthony said they had 4. I said they could easily double it at 8.
What about the...
Anthony said they have 4 wins, and I said they could easily double it.
What if I
at
told
8.
you they
I'm
only
just
had
going
3?
off of what Anthony said. He said 4. I felt like 8 was a really good
He's
number.
really blaming you a lot right now.
No.
Judge?
Yeah, we're done here.
Carey, you just made a great point, but unfortunately, your co-counsel had to step in and ruin it for you.
It wasn't me.
It was.
How'd I ruin it?
What if I told you they only had 6?
I didn't say 6. I said, what if I told you they only had 3 wins? Anthony said
This
you blamed
guy-
Anthony 100
this guy-
times.
Also, you were the
Said-
one that said 4. I said actually had 3.
Okay, well, you should have said,
See?
just stick with me, man. This is the guy.
I was sticking with
This
you.
is the guy that said, yeah, 0 degrees is better.
He already buzzed you. What are you crying about?
Thanks a lot, Jamie. Man. This is some infighting going on here, man.
You guys need to get it together.
I'm not coming to work next week. Whatever. Screw you guys.
What's going on? What's going on today, guys?
Nothing.
There's a lack of this.
Carey's.
There's a massive lack of this.
Yep.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get back on the same page, guys.
Be better, Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on, man.
okay, 8 wins.
Okay, 0 degrees.
Still
Yeah,
better.
we
than
play
100.
we play this game every week.
Oh, it's the first time I get it wrong. You're going to join me. Whatever, Carey. Let's go, Anthony. Let's tease the other next stuff for
Remember what I was saying before that Jamie doesn't always lift Carey up? He was attacking him.
It's Carey that's
Exhibit A.
it is.
Marsh took one segment.
Carey
Took one segment.
Carey's putting me down.
Yeah.
At least see it the right way.
Okay.
I'm the victim.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was earlier.
Oh, Carey.
Damn it.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, man.
That's the kind of stuff Carey does. Right there.
Right now. Like they scored again.
No, they didn't.
that was
They
a-
really didn't.
What are they
Darn
doing?
it. All right.
All right.
Does that ever trip you guys up when you're on the in the car and you're listening to the radio and all of a sudden you hear a commercial and it's like some guy hitting a home run? You're like, "Hey, we're back!" And it's like, "Hey, get tickets!" And you're like, "Oh crap!"
I thought we just tied it. All right, it's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Jamie, you had a thought on one of the a son of one of the greats, whether or not there might be more pressure on the son than said great. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Hey, Missouri.
All right, Jamie, I know you had a thought on the son.
Yeah.
The son of a great player and whether or not he's got more pressure on him than the father did. Now, what son were you thinking about?
So I just was reading through some things today and saw that Charlie Woods, son of Tiger Woods, is going to Florida State University, looks like on a golf scholarship. And the headline was, son breaks the mold, because obviously Tiger went to, Stanford?
Stanford.
Mm-hmm. So already they're like doing this thing. And I thought to myself, I remember when Tiger Woods was coming up as a young player. I don't think there was pressure on him. I think people were enamored with how good he was at such a young age. And I think eventually as he got older, the pressure came with it. But initially when he started playing those amateurs and playing some of the pro tour as an amateur, people were like, man, this guy is awesome. Like it was a feel-good story. Didn't come from a family of golfers. He had the mixed parents background, all that. It's like, this is a great story. But can you imagine now? And he's gone on to be arguably the greatest golfer of all time. I know Jack Nicklaus certainly right up there with him. You can pick your pony. I don't care. He's been one of the most dominant and certainly one of the most popular golfers of all time.
Yeah.
Imagine being his son now. To where the first day Charlie Woods picked up a golf club, people were like, well, let's see if he can swing that thing right.
Right.
Is he like the old man or not? And so every time this kid swings a golf club, people are evaluating him. So although there was a lot of pressure on Tiger Woods, and certainly a lot more as his career went on because expectations were higher, it's not like he was the son of someone famous where eyeballs were immediately on him the moment he came out of the womb.
Mm-hmm.
And now Charlie's going on to try and build a golf career of his own, being Tiger Woods' son. So I'm like, that was the question to me. Is there more pressure on the kid than the parent who kind of, carves the path?
Yeah.
And that brought me down a few other paths too, like Keith Kachuk.
Yeah.
There wasn't any, there was pressure on Keith Kachuk, but he just ended up being a great player. And then Matthew and Brady, though, now, they have been the center of attention since they were small children here in St. Louis. They'd go to tournaments in Detroit, Chicago, and everybody, what do the Kachuk boys look like?
Yeah.
How do they do? Did they play like their dad? Are they any good? Like the pressure is there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And Bronny James.
I was about to say, who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Bronny James.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
So far, he hasn't fit the bill, and he never will. Let's just be honest. Most people aren't going to be LeBron James. But right away, the scrutiny as he's growing up, and then when he got drafted, more scrutiny. Got drafted because dad told the team to So I don't think people realize that there's way more pressure on the next of kin, the kids, than there is the parents.
I think you're spot on. I thought of Bronny James, where you're looking at it and you're like, okay, good luck, man, because everybody's looking at him, and then everybody's scrutinizing him. He's at USC, and he's like, well, he's not taking over the league, and then of course his dad gets him his dad drafted him to the Lakers, and it just wound up becoming kind of a joke. So I feel for those kids. It's much different than when you watch a player that, let's say the player's really good, like Patrick Surtain. I remember him with the Dolphins. When his son got drafted, it's like, oh, that's Patrick Surtain's son.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
That was it, though. It wasn't like, let's see how good this kid is.
Correct.
Like it would be with Bronny James or the Rivers twins or Xavier.
You laugh, but there was pressure on him.
Oh, I'm sure.
And my one son, as he got older, he got tired of it a little bit. He was like, I'm not you. I may never play in the NHL. Now, it wasn't me putting the pressure on him. Like, we would play other teams from other areas, and the kids would be like, well, you're not like your dad.
Yeah. They want to flex and
that's how
they measure themselves. Sure.
So it's, even on a smaller scale, a way smaller scale, there is some of that stuff. Someone puts on here, well, Tiger Woods was on TV swinging a club at 3 years old. He's been famous his entire life. Being famous and having pressure is way different. Being a 3-year-old on Johnny Carson or whatever the hell it was, swinging a golf club, hey, that's awesome.
Right.
Great for the kid.
Right. Yeah.
But then being 3 years old and your dad's a Masters champion 4 times in a row, and you're swinging a club on TV, people right away are evaluating your swing.
Totally.
I think for players like Bronny, Charlie, and like Shedeur Sanders, when your father or your parent is the greatest at their position, like the pressure that you're dealing with, like LeBron James, is one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game.
Mm-hmm.
It is extremely difficult for Bronny to ever match that. Deion Sanders is one of the greatest cornerbacks, maybe the greatest cornerback to ever play the game. It's going to be difficult for your son to match that. Now, conversely, I think about a guy like Ken Griffey Jr. His father played in the league, but he was much better than his father. So I think that pressure, I don't think it's
you
as...
do have it.
I think it's pressure, but I don't think it's as much pressure when you're projected to be better than your father or when people... But when you are the greatest of the greatest, I think that's extremely hard for a young player. Now, LeBron had to deal with pressures growing up and being on TV in high school and all of those things, being drafted out of high school and all of the pressure that was added to his life to try to match or meet those expectations, which, in my opinion, he's probably the one player of all of the high school prodigies and that excelled or exceeded those expectations. Like Kobe had them, Kevin Garnett had them, a lot of players straight from high school to them, but none of them were greater than what LeBron had, and he matched and beat those expectations. But I do think being the child of a player like that, I don't think that there's a level of pressure. I don't think we would understand the level of pressure that they feel.
No, and to keep it local here a little bit, and this is like a Ken Griffey situation, let's go back to Brett Hull. His dad, Bobby Hull, one of the most famous hockey players of his era, of all time. The guy who was the first to play in a game with a curved stick and fired the puck 100 miles an hour. And Brett, coming up, was not viewed as that guy.
Right.
He turned into that guy and then eventually eclipsed what his father was able to do at the NHL level. But Brett was wired in a very unique way. He really didn't care what people thought or said about him.
Yeah.
He did march to the beat of his own drum, which I think you kind of have to be that way and block out all the noise, because otherwise, man, the comparisons start at such a young age. It's really not fair.
Yeah, it's not. And somebody texted in, Michael Jordan's son went to Illinois. He did. And it's like you're the child of, again, the greatest player of all time in some people's opinion. It's got to be very difficult. Now, when you are a child of a professional athlete and you're projected to be better, I think it's a little easier, not much, but I think it's a little bit easier if you're projected to be better than your father that played in a particular
It doesn't
sport.
even have to be your father. Let's look at Archie Manning.
Yeah, Arch Manning is another one, correct.
Yeah, Archie Manning's related. He's the nephew of these guys, and his dad obviously was a good athlete too until injury set him back. But you got grandpa, you got uncle, like all these famous quarterbacks, and now you're touted to be this #1 pick in the NFL, maybe the best college football player in the nation. You have a little bit of a rough go, and then the whole world is just like crapping on you.
Yeah, very true. Absolutely. Waterboy in the Snake Pit said, Killian, my son, Killian is getting pressure already about whether he's going to move from shortstop to second base like his father. Here's the good thing. He's a lefty. He won't. He'll never be a shortstop.
There you go.
So, yeah, don't have to worry about that. Now, Lincoln.
Who knows?
He's an animal.
He's probably just going to be a DH. Just pound the ball.
Can I just carry the bat around? I just want to do that. All right, we do need a new Gauntlet contestant, preferably one that's never played before. But if you've never played before, you have your opportunity right now. The text line is 314-399-9646. That's the Air Comfort Service text line. So feel free to text in. If you haven't played the Gauntlet before, here's your opportunity. Text in, and you'll have an opportunity to take on either Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me next.
categories, one challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's Fast 101 ESPN 403, your time check, brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, and Anthony Stalter. We welcome Curtis into the program. What's up, Curtis?
How's it going, fellas?
It's going great, man. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you for listening. In round one, would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me?
Let's get Carey.
Carey Davis.
Good luck, Curtis.
Hey, you too.
All right, Carey's going to head into the cone of silence right now. Go ahead, Curtis, tell Marsh to spin that wheel. Curtis, you still there?
Yeah, go ahead and spin that wheel.
There you go.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, Curtis, what category are you hoping for?
I know what I don't want, but I'm not going to say it.
Oh, don't think it too loud.
Yeah, don't think it either, because the wheel knows. The wheel absolutely
hang on.
knows.
It stopped. Curtis, what were you thinking about not wanting?
That would be baseball.
Okay,
Wow.
not bad. You got random.
Beautiful.
Okay.
This wheel loves itself some random lately.
It sure
It'll
does.
even out at some point.
It will. The wheel does get on a bit of a kick at times. Yeah. All right. So, Curtis, you are going to get 4 random questions today. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Jimmy Buffett's classic song, Margaritaville, spent 22 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. On which of his albums did that song appear?
Oh, man. Just give me the options. I don't know it.
Sure. Son of a Sailor, Riddles in the Sand, or Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes?
I think it's the third one, Changes in Latitudes. Final answer.
Okay.
All right, Curtis, question 2. The largest potato on record weighed over 18 pounds. Where was that potato grown?
Oh, man. Give me the options again.
Was it Northern Ireland, England, or Denmark?
I should have just shot in the dark. England. Final answer.
Question number 3. What is the chemical symbol for beryllium?
BE. Final answer.
Final question. Name the author of the popular children's novel, Holes. Name the author of the popular children's novel, Holes.
I'll know it when I hear it. Options.
Lewis Sacker, Colleen Hoover, or Beverly Cleary?
I lied. I didn't know it. Lewis Sacker. Final answer.
All right. Let's bring Carey back in. Curtis, how you feeling?
I wish I would have been on yesterday because I got 3 out of 4 without the option.
There you go. All right. You would have beat me.
Yeah, this one not so good.
Okay. Well, Carey's back from the cone of silence, about to sit down and put his headphones back in.
Carey, how you doing, bud?
I'm good, man.
Are you?
Chilling.
Feeling all right?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Okay. What category do you not want, Carey?
You know what, Anthony? I know how this goes. I tell you a category I don't want, you say, surprise!
No,
That's
but
what
the
you
wheel has
got.
already picked it.
I don't want football.
Okay.
Well, you're fine. You don't have football.
You don't have football. You have random.
See, you can't lie. You can't
Come
lie.
on, man.
Can't quit you lying. Pack a lunch, buddy.
Oh, great.
And here
A big one.
we go.
Say
Jimmy Buffett's classic song, Margaritaville, spent
man.
22 weeks. Do you want me to read this or
I
not?
don't know any damn music. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anthony, I apologize for my friend.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett's classic song, Margaritaville, spent 22 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. On which of his albums did it appear?
No chance.
No, that's not it. Is that your answer?
No damn chance. Options, please.
Son of a sailor, riddles in the sand, or changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes.
None of those are real songs or albums. Changes in latitudes and attitudes. What was the other two?
Riddles in the sand, or son of a sailor.
Let's go sand. Margaritaville. Maybe you're drinking a margarita on the beach. I don't know, man. Something. Whatever the sand was.
Riddles in the sand.
Sure. Final answer.
Question 2. The Italian goalie, by the way, hurt knee. He's done.
What?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, what a save.
Yeah, then they poke out. He's out. He's done.
That's ridiculous. Anthony, suit up.
The Italian team's dreams are over now. The goalie's hurt.
Oh, no.
Question
He's the
2.
Only person keeping them in it.
Yep. Question 2, Carey.
600 shots, gave up 3 goals.
It's a heck of a save, too.
That is a good save.
All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, question 2. The largest potato on record weighed over 18 pounds. Where was that potato grown?
Idaho.
Final answer?
Sure. Final answer.
Question number 3. What is the chemical symbol for beryllium?
I should have paid more attention, shouldn't I? Options.
Options are BE, BY, or BU.
BE? Say that. What were they?
BE, BY, or BU.
I was going to say BR. I'm glad I didn't. You know what, Marshy? BU.
Final answer?
Beryllium. Beryllium. You know what? Go B. Oh, man. BU. I'll stick with it. Final answer. This is terrible.
Final question, CD. You'll know this one. Name the author of the popular children's novel Holes.
As a whole, Jamie?
What'd you call me?
Options.
Lewis Sacker, Colleen Hoover, or Beverly Cleary.
What is this book about?
Holes.
You've seen the movie. Have you read the book?
Give me Beverly.
Beverly Cleary.
Sure. Final answer.
All right. Guys, I'm going to go right down the down the chute here. Curtis versus Carey today, random. Again, guys, going right down the list. Jimmy Buffett's classic song, Margaritaville, spent 22 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. On which of his albums did it appear? Carey, listen to the options. He went with Riddles in the Sand. Curtis, listen to the options. He went Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes. Correct answer is...
Changes in latitudes, changes in attitude.
Curtis up 1-0 on Carey.
Use that, Carey.
The largest potato on record weighed over 18 pounds. Where was it grown? Carey didn't need those options. He just went right to the old potato-making factory of a state, Idaho. He went with Idaho. Curtis, with the option, said England. Correct answer is... It's England. It's England.
Was that an option?
Northern Ireland, England, Denmark.
Damn it, man.
Not even in the country. All right, so Curtis up 2-0. What is the chemical symbol for beryllium? Carey went with BU. After listening to those options, Curtis said, fast lane those options. Give me BE. Correct answer is...
B.
E.
Damn it, man.
Curtis up 4-0. We know how this ends.
Throw the damn towel.
We know how this ends, but will our guy Carey Davis get on the board at least?
Oh, man.
Never know.
Name the author of the popular children's novel Holes. Carey went with Beverly Cleary. Curtis went with Lewis Sacker. Correct answer is...
Yeah, it's Lewis Sacker.
Curtis.
You have chosen wisely.
Curtis, you beat Carey today 5-0.
He didn't need the options? On the last one?
He did.
No, the BE he didn't
What
need the
did he need
options.
the
He did not
BE.
need the option.
Beryllium.
Oh,
Beryllium.
okay.
Yeah.
It's spelled B-E-R, by the way.
Hell if I know.
Carey, I
So much for college.
would have done terrible today.
The damn periodic table. I don't remember that.
The only thing I know is arsenic. It's AS. That's it.
Yeah, this was a tough one, period.
Curtis, nice job, man. 5-0. Score wasn't even that
Yeah,
close.
that was awesome.
Sure was.
Wasn't that awesome?
Curtis, you'll be back tomorrow, man.
Sounds good.
All right.
See you there,
Congrats,
buddy.
man.
Curtis.
We'll see you. All right. Wow. It happens. It does. It happens.
I knew none of those, so you know. Should have took the options on the Idaho potatoes, though.
Well, if it, you know what, Carey, if it helps, it wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Nope.
I'd have felt better, though. I probably would have got it wrong.
What would you have said? Northern Ireland, England, Denmark.
Probably Northern Ireland.
Okay. Yeah, 5-0 then.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
Yeah. How'd you finish? Dead last.
How'd you do? Yeah. What did I think of it? How do you do? Just dead last? Yeah, it's a nice day. All right. That's the gauntlet.
Was it though? Was it the gauntlet?
Well, yeah, it's still a gauntlet.
I mean, you tried hard, no?
Yeah.
Did I?
Carey, you're not the first person to get 0, and you won't be the last.
That's correct.
True.
Yeah.
This is true.
Sometimes we need those games to bounce back. That's what you told me last night about Illinois. Now, they did not bounce
They
back.
did not bounce back.
They did not bounce back.
The man just lost. You got to do that again?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
what you
sick.
said earlier about him.
I told you.
Did. You did say it. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Jamie.
Yep. I got to watch this guy.
Yeah.
Should Alexander Steen decide who stays and who gets traded? Considering it'll be his job eventually, but not tonight. All right, we'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. So, Marsh, you had posed a question to Jamie. We were going to drag it on air here. Should Alexander Steen decide who stays and who gets traded? Now, what's your thought process to that, Marsh, before we give us some context before Jamie rips into it?
Yeah, so
like a fox on a mole.
Yeah, oh, great.
Well, who's to say that he will rip into
Thank you,
it, Anthony?
Andrew.
You know, seems like the only people that have been ripping into things are you three today.
Mostly him.
You too.
Hold on. The only group that's ripping it is Sweden as they continue to rip shots at Italy's goaltender.
This Fidani here, he got in there his first shot. He moved 3 seconds after the puck went past him, and it hit the post.
Must have had a bad ping.
You know what? He had a good angle.
It scared the heck out of him.
He had a real good angle.
Yeah, it's covered.
All right. Anyways, I see the situation, and I'm curious if you guys find this situation with sort of the passing of the baton, if it is similar to John Mozeliak and Chaim Bloom. We know that Chaim Bloom is the one that made all these decisions in terms of moving off of players. John Mozeliak, although some people were like, maybe we should trade a certain player at the deadline, I think it made more sense for John Mozeliak to essentially not do that and let Chaim Bloom make those decisions because he was the next one to sort of, sit in the chair and oversee the Cardinals. I wonder if you guys believe it's a similar situation with the Blues, because there's a lot of trade rumors flowing out there right now, and we know that Alexander Steen is going to take over as the general manager. Do you believe that this is similar, or is it a different situation?
I'm going to say that it's different for just a couple of reasons. One, John Mozeliak had complete anonymity when he was making moves. I'm sure he probably talked to Michael Gersh and Randy Flores and whoever else is on his staff. But at the end of the day, the decisions lived and died with John Mozeliak. And that's how Doug Armstrong has had it here in St. Louis for a really long time. I mean, the buck stops with him. Does he talk to people? Yes. Does he bounce ideas off people? Yes. But at the end of the day, was a trade, a signing, whatever it is, Doug Armstrong makes that decision. Mm-hmm. I don't think Alex Steen is going to be just gifted the opportunity to have complete anonymity. And I said this to you guys in the office. I think the greatest teams and the greatest companies in the world have layers. Mm-hmm. And the reason you put layers in there, and I was talking to a guy this morning at the gym, Corey, he's a really good businessman. We were talking about this exact concept of the layers. Mm-hmm. Because who knows? Carey might wake up in a bad mood one day. He hates an idea, and he's going to go make a rash decision. But if there's layers to where you, me, Andrew, and Carey can talk about it, we might be able to show him that what he's deciding may not be the best idea and that maybe he's just having an off day. Now, Carey can still go make his own decision, but at least now he's had to pass it through the chain of command. Yeah. I like that concept. So I like that Army is, in theory, going to give Alex Steen the keys to the camper. Mm-hmm. However, as his boss, because he is his boss, as president of hockey operations, Doug Armstrong will have to rubber stamp all major moves. Like if it's a minor league signing, a two-way contract, Army's not going to be, micromanaging all of that stuff. But when it's a free agent signing, or let's say you're asking a player to move his no-trade clause because you have a blockbuster trade that's lined up, you better believe there's going to be more than one voice in that room making that decision.
I think that's a great setup. I think that makes a lot of sense.
It's the best ever.
He's on the job training with somebody that's overshadowing you, not overshadowing you, but helping you, helping do it first. Here, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. That's why Alexander Steen is in place right now. I think it's a brilliant move, and it's one that you never get either, right? You get fired as a GM or as a president. That's it. They're hiring the next guy.
Yeah,
and you're done.
Now the only way it works is if Army allows Steiner to have power.
Mm-hmm. Because that was my next question.
If every idea he brings to the table, Army kiboshes or says no, then Alexander Steen's not really doing the job.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Army's still the GM, but just without the title.
Right, right.
And so, and I think that Army's been very clear with the way he's worded this. He says, I'm there to talk to Alex, and if he feels strongly about a decision, then I will support that decision, but it won't be without us going through the process of discussing it. And again, if he feels like he's going to make this decision, you got to support him. And if it goes great, fantastic. If it goes wrong, we learn from it. And so I think that I do like this setup. And like I said to start the segment, I like the setup overall in life of having layers of people so that not one bad decision can go through without it being, vetted.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with you. Carey from the penalty box, your comments.
Yeah, I think that is the best way to go about it. I don't know how, Chaim Bloom and John Mozeliak kind of intertwined that final year. It felt like Chaim, you could see a shift in terms of the draft picks and how that draft went. But I do think having like someone not overlooking or standing over your shoulder, but kind of guiding you in the right direction in terms of the do's, the don'ts, the ins, the outs, and how to go about it. And if Steen is, like you said, if he's confident and adamant about something and Army is saying, okay, well, let's do it. Let's go for it. Because at some point you do have to give him complete control and say, all right, this is your show. You run it how you see fit. Is that now? I don't know. I don't know how that plays out. But I do think that having Army there to assist in these moments, especially with how the team is playing now with all of the no trade clauses and contracts that you have, and you know that the team is struggling. How do you work around or work with those scenarios that they're having right now? And I think that having guidance is probably the best thing for him at this point.
I agree.
And there's some big decisions that are coming up. I think this is going to be a really good end of the year for Alex Steen to really grasp, how things are going to be moving forward, because there's going to be some major decisions that have to be made. There's going to be probably a lot of dialogue with other teams regarding certain players for trades. There may or may not be dialogue with certain players who have no trade clauses to see if they'll move those no trade clauses. So all of this is an opportunity for Alex Steen to, be a sponge and retain all this. And at the same time, he's going to have a very big voice in the room. Mm-hmm. It's a good setup.
So, Anthony, you brought up a couple weeks ago, I think we had a question, it might have been a six-pack question of who would you rather be right now, Chaim Bloom or Alexander Steen, heading into their role. And you chose Chaim Bloom because of that fresh slate.
Yeah, and the flexibility.
Flexibility. Do you think Alexander Steen is set up well right now, given the state of the Blues?
You can say it, Anthony.
Not right now.
There you go.
No, not right now. Because of what I said, the reason why I chose Chaim Bloom is because of the flexibility. Again, the flexibility with the roster. You're getting a clean slate. Now, he had to clean up some of that, though.
Oh, yeah,
he
for
got
sure.
Arenado off the books. He got, not off the books completely, but he moved on from Arenado, freed up third base. He moved on from Sonny Gray to get something in return. He had to put in that work, but
that was his decision, though, right?
It was.
And he got the players that he wanted.
Sure. It will be Steen's job at some point. I think if Army can help alleviate some of this roster congestion. Thank you, Carey. Then Steen can work more freely. But as of right now, no, I don't think that Steen is in a great spot.
So we got a text from the 314. It says, I disagree. I think Steen should be on his own and Army should move on.
I couldn't disagree more. Look at every major business in the world that's successful. They have layers. CEO, CFO, president, all these things. Nothing is just made, no decision is made just irrationally. Sorry.
Well, I think the benefit of, having Army around is if you're Steen, you don't have to do exactly what he did, but you can see what works, what didn't work, what you like, what you don't like, and then you can kind of maneuver your way around in that area. If you don't have something to kind of go off of, and you can I'm sure you can call other people, be outside of the building in different organizations and things like that. But when you're day to day with someone and you're watching how they work, you can learn a lot from people when you watch how they work and what they do and what works for them. Like when you're studying successful people, if you want to be successful, you should watch people that are successful, what they've done to help them get to that level, and then avoid the things the pitfalls that they may have had. So I think it's actually a really good idea that they've kind of done it this way.
When are we at our most passionate? When are we at our most passionate?
As fans?
No. In business?
When we're invested.
And when we're trying to sell our idea. Because if you come to me with a segment idea And I'm like, but no, hang on. And you're selling your idea. What you're doing at that point is, one, you're confident in the decision that you're making.
Sure.
And two, you're convincing me that you know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
So then I get to say to you, you know what? Let's go for it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry too much because I know Anthony's passionate about this. He's going to have some thoughts. Now, that's using our show as a model. But if you go in business, I've been there. I've been in that room with lots of people trying to sell a new idea, a new way to generate revenue. And if you're not passionate, and if I can't sell you on the idea where you feel warm and fuzzy,
I don't want it.
I don't want the idea.
Nope.
So that's where I think the layers are good, because Steen now will have to say, no, Army, if we move this player, draft this guy, I think this guy's good. If he's really passionate and has good supporting arguments to it, as Armstrong, you got to go for it.
Yeah.
You guys were so passionate that's how we ended up with 2 six-packs instead of one.
That's
Yes,
right. Some of us have that passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of us don't.
We also threatened you.
You did, yeah. It's a different.
We allowed him, but still.
Yeah. If you don't put that second six-pack in to every show, then there's going to be trouble around here. Especially trouble for Italy, who's now down 5-2.
Man. What
That
did they
happened
get for?
that happened
I
in a
missed
blink.
it.
Yeah, they shot the puck and the goalie missed it. Then they pulled the goalie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I missed
They
that.
said, we'll just play without a goalie, and then another
It's
goal
kind of like
scored.
they were doing anyways. The first goalie was the key to everything.
He really was. Yeah, that backup didn't look that confident.
Yeah, because
He still hasn't seen the puck.
He's the
No, he
backup
hasn't. No.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, his war is low.
Well, I question why he's even on the team.
He's an excellent soccer goalie. is
Yeah,
what they said.
They figured, all right, same concept.
It's a little different.
Even though
All
it's
jokes
not.
aside, I read on here that one of the Italian players plays on the Italian floor hockey team as a goalie.
Nice.
Oh, good. Yeah.
That translates well.
You know what Italy's doing? I think is smart, not using professionals. Hell, they're not even using soccer or hockey players.
Yeah. Anthony.
They're pros.
Yeah.
314-399-9646, maybe in their minds.
It's not NHL.
Air Comfort Service
Still
text
pros.
line, 314-399-9646. Sports Six-Pack is next, so send in some of those questions. We'll answer them next.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Dalibor Dvorsky scored earlier today for Slovakia. They took down Finland by a final score of 4-1, and Sweden just defeated Italy 5-2. We've been giving you updates all day long. If you have missed any of our conversations today, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobstar and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you'll find all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll do part one of the six-pack next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
I have a question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, time for our Sports Six-Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN, at least part one. Send your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. With Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. Marshy, question one, please.
Question number one.
All right, we were just talking about passion, and neighborhood car guy Armin wants to know, speaking of passion, what has been the most passionate thing that you have had in your life, and why? Thanks for all that you guys do.
The most passionate thing that I've done? Is that what you said?
Essentially, when you've had the most passion about one particular thing, what is that thing?
It would be
kids.
Illinois football. Well, sorry. I thought we were excluding like family.
Oh, yeah. So just like individual stuff, like
yeah.
Okay.
For me, it would be. I remember when I was. I told you all I had a staph infection in my knee my senior year, so I had to have a PICC line put in my arm. In a vein in my arm, and it rode to like a valve over my heart. I had to carry this thing around for 3 weeks, and I couldn't play, but I was the captain of the team, and I was, very frustrated, Anthony. I had to have this thing, had to keep this 24 hours a day, get the bag changed out every day for the IV fluids, and it kept me alive, kept my leg intact, and all that good stuff. And we were losing to Cal, man, and I was watching our team play football against Cal. And I went into that locker room, Anthony, and I told our coach, Ron Turner, I said, Coach, don't say nothing. I got it. Literally. And I'm not joking. And I stood up in front of that damn team and ripped into them. I mean, ripped into them. I got this damn IV in my arm. If I could take it out, I would, and play. And I started pulling it, and I felt it burning, like I was pulling it out. Yeah. You better go out there and you bet. Yeah, they were like, what the hell is wrong with this dude?
This guy's insane. He's going to kill us all.
And Coach Turner said, well, I don't got anything to say. Let's go. Literally.
And?
We lost.
I thought it was going to be this big turnaround. Still lost.
We did have I think it was third down, fourth down play down by the goal line where if we punch it in, we win. But, yeah, we did. It was a valiant effort, though, Tony. We gave it a good try. Then came up short, though. But I remember that because the freshmen on that team, it was like their first, third game of the year.
Yeah.
What the hell is this college football thing?
This is unbelievable.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pulling and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that.
Let's just put this back up.
It was bad.
Kind of went through me.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. When I was a kid, it was definitely sports. Probably should have been more school, but definitely sports. I love playing. I just love competing. So youth sports and high school sports and yeah. And then as an adult, I think, again, non-family stuff, it would be my career. It would be all the jobs that I did before I got into radio and trying to get an on-air job, and it took a long time. It wasn't easy, and had a lot of people tell me like, do something else.
Yeah,
you won't make enough money. Which, I mean, it's true. The money, you don't do this job for the money. I mean, you do it because you're passionate about sports, and not everybody stays with it. And I was just happened to catch enough breaks and all that. But I was very passionate about growing my career and getting to the point where I'm at now.
Yeah, same thing for me. I'll say something a little different. As a child, I loved knee hockey. Loved playing knee hockey. I'd put together all these tournaments and have my friends over. Built not me specifically, but with the help of my mom, we built the knee hockey rink in my basement with boards and everything. And I would host these tournaments. And I was super passionate about making sure that everyone that attended that tournament had the best time and that they wanted to come back the following year for said tournament, to the point where, kids are asking me, hey, like, am I going to be invited this upcoming year, like to the knee hockey tournament? So that was something that I really enjoyed doing. I'd try and put it together and make sure that everyone had a blast. And it went on up until I graduated high school. So we're playing knee hockey as like 18-year-olds. And I still to this day talk with my friends and be like, man, if we could just find a nice basement to just build a rink on, we could bring that tournament back. I'd love to do it.
If you build it, they will come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, there's always a point in your childhood where you can't get enough people to play whatever you're playing, unless it's like pickup basketball, which I feel like you can do it just too. But there's always a point where you can't get enough people to play baseball or football. That's a sad day.
You know
what I'm talking about, right? Like, there's always like, hey, let's play pickup football this weekend. You call your buddies. Oh yeah, how many we got? Oh, we got 20, 25. All right, cool.
That used to be so fun, man.
Then you get like 4, and you're like, what? That sucks.
We played tackle football. Like we would on Saturdays.
We would too.
We would line it up. I mean, it was blind side blocks. Like you had to be. you're either getting hit or learning how not to get hit, or you're delivering a blow. Like you are. It was full on. Yeah. I'm sure guys had concussions every now and then. Like we didn't know. Like it was full on live tackle to the ground with no pads on. It was rugby style.
Yeah.
Just knees to the face. It was good fun, man. Good clean fun on a Saturday.
Heck yeah. We did that. So two of my buddies in high school put together a backyard football league. There was 4 players per team, and we had like 3. We used to play in these fields. And everybody, I think we had like 8 teams or whatever. So all guys from high school, we all played tackle. One guy broke his hand, another kid broke his collarbone.
Gotta love the game.
It was good, clean fun though.
Yeah,
I loved it.
For the love of the game, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, like these
go back, Carey.
These tournaments that I have, we'd have 16 kids. 15, including my, and then I was, the one hosting it. But, we do like interviews and stuff like that. We had a little camcorder. We take everybody, we would record like an interview with them. And then in between like group stage and the playoffs before the championship round, we'd all get together and watch everybody's interviews. And we're all just chirping each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And have like introductions for the players that were in the championship. And everybody would huddle around the rink and watch. Like, it was so much fun. Like, I wish I could go back to those days and do that again. But now we're older.
Yeah, now we're older. And look at us now.
Yeah.
Reminiscing on the old days.
All right, question 2, please.
All righty.
Question number 2.
All right, from the 314, what are some big-time NFL trades you would like to see to start the offseason?
Big-time NFL trades to start the offseason. I would love to see Lamar Jackson traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Love to see it. I mean, hell, the Browns traded inside the division. They traded a quarterback.
Yeah,
there's precedent for it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They traded a Hall of Famer.
And a former Raven.
See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
I do.
He's been on damn near every team.
I certainly do.
Except for the Steelers. Good thing. Realistically, honestly, NFL trades are not. They aren't like NBA trades are very big and happen at the deadline, and there aren't really many huge trades that are impactful. and I don't know whose contract is pending or what player could go where and make a huge difference. Normally it is a defensive lineman, something like that. Max Crosby being traded to somewhere because he's upset and frustrated with what's going on in Vegas. But I don't know of any quarterbacks that would move the needle. I don't know if A.J. Brown. I wouldn't trade A.J. Brown. What the hell would I do that for? I ain't the Tennessee Titans. Hell am I? I know better. Why the hell would I do that? I don't give a damn if you're mad.
Be mad.
Be mad and catch the ball.
Yeah.
So.
But I do think he'll get traded, and I think he'll get traded to the Patriots.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Max Crosby, I'd trade him to the Falcons for, I don't know, like a 5th and a 6th.
I bet you would.
I bet you would.
You guys need another defensive player.
Why do you need any defensive help?
That guy might be going to jail.
For a while. And should be. Yeah. Yeah, you should be going to jail. You got issues. Let's think here. Let's think.
You want to trade Kyle Pitts? You want to trade...
He's free. He's a free agent.
Is he a free agent?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
he gone.
They're going to franchise him.
No, why?
Why not?
Why?
Because they know you don't want it to happen.
For 50 receptions a year, who cares?
He'd be a great Kansas City Chief.
He's not going to be a Chief. I'll tell you what Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is going to go to a loser. He's going to go to the Dolphins or the Titans. You mark my words. He's going to be a Dolphin or he's going to be a Titan.
Because they're going to pay him the most money?
Yeah.
It's harsh.
Sorry about it. All right, who else? Who else could get traded? Mac Jones?
I don't think Mac getting traded.
Okay.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Nope.
Who else would be a good trade candidate?
Kyler Murray's probably going to get traded.
Yeah, he is.
He's probably going to be the bigger, one of the bigger names out there.
Who's
He's going to be a
for
Jet.
Kyler Murray?
The
Who's
Jets.
trading for Kyler? For what?
Jets will.
A 4th-round pick?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the Jets. They'll trade for him.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Jets going to surprise some people. And I don't know who those people are. They're going to surprise some people.
They're going to surprise themselves.
Yep.
They're going to think they're good, and they're not. All right, Marsh, was that 2?
That was 2, Anthony.
All right. Let's go for 3. Never mind. You already cut the music. Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is next on 101 ESPN.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, part 2 of the Sports Six Pack is right now. Go ahead, Marsh.
Question number 3.
All right, from the 636. Who are your top 5 worst ran franchises across sports?
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, they're up there, that's for sure.
Buffalo Sabres.
I mean, is this like all time? Does it say all time? Or is it like.
Let's just go right now.
In the present.
What about Chicago White Sox?
Sure.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. Colorado Rockies.
Can we give the Athletics of Oakland / Sacramento / Las Vegas?
You got to give them, because
I don't think so. They're starting to pay players. They have some
They
young
don't even have
talent.
a home.
They're in the process of getting a home.
Yeah, they're homeless. You can't be ran well if you left the city of Oakland like every other team left.
I think we hit the 2 biggest ones. The Browns are poorly run. The Arizona Cardinals have been historically one of those franchises that, when all the player polls come out and they talk about the facilities and all that, the Cardinals are usually grade out very poorly. So I think Arizona Cardinals, Cleveland Browns, Buffalo Sabres, like Jamie mentioned. I think the White Sox are a good one. What about the Rockies?
Yeah, someone said that.
Oh, sorry. Who did? Jamie?
I did.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, you could name off a few NBA teams too. There's some teams that haven't been relevant for forever.
Hornets are bad. Wizards are real bad. Poorly run. Max contracts without any contender upside.
Wizards are historically bad.
Really bad. Man.
All right, so if we're gonna do a top 5, Browns number 1.
Yeah, it just seems like it's a disaster.
What about Jets? I mean, the Jets. Jets good.
Jets
are terrible too.
I mean, they're picking players off of Madden ratings.
Right. Browns, Jets.
Good point.
Sabres, top 5.
They got to be. They've missed the playoffs for 14 years in a row.
Okay, there's 3. White Sox.
I could go with the
White Sox or Rockies.
I'd go Rockies over the White Sox.
All right, there's 4.
Sox had the worst record in ever, Bob.
And Wizards. Are the Wizards the worst run NBA? Look, if we just do the top, if we just do four major sports,
Jets.
there's 4 right there.
Did you Jets?
Jets over Browns?
I would probably.
I think it's gonna be the Browns, right?
The Browns are so bad. It's just they make so many bad decisions, and they just don't ever
Paid
seem to.
Deshaun Watson.
But the Jets ain't been to the playoffs in 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years.
All right, NFL, Browns and Jets.
There you go.
There we go.
Browns and Jets, yeah.
Sabres for hockey.
Yeah.
Rockies for baseball.
Rockies got to be in there, yeah.
All right, and then basketball.
I'll go Wizards.
All right, there you go. There's your top 5.
Yeah.
Choose your order.
I think of the White Sox, and the reason I don't necessarily want to put them in the top 5, they're hovering around the top 5, but that was a playoff team not too long ago. They've won a World Series in the 21st century. They have had good teams. Just as of recently, they have been terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They had a solid squad around COVID time, and all of a sudden they just were bad.
Yeah.
They're definitely top 10 though.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh, what about the Pirates? We didn't even mention the Pirates.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Pirates, Angels.
Angels
are bad, but it's the Angels at least were trying for a while.
They
just don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of organizations in sports that don't know what they're doing, but it's not like they're not trying. It's just they miss.
Grant Francis fan club says dishonorable mention to the Arizona Coyotes. What a clown show they were.
At the end, yeah, for sure. It was bad. Yeah. But when they first got to Phoenix, that organization was strong. Really was. Had good ownership, solid attendance, good teams, all that stuff. Just took a nosedive there in the last 4 or 5 years.
314 says Columbus Blue Jackets are so irrelevant, you're not even thinking of them.
Yeah.
That's true, too.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not thinking of them just because it's not a major market. They're doing pretty well. They made the playoffs last year. Like, they're playing better. Like, it's not like they're crap. It's just that they just feel irrelevant.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, okay, they're there.
Yeah.
Question number 4.
From the 314, should the Cardinals bring back the blue hats? Low-hanging fruit and a win for the fans with them not going to be great the next few years.
Blue hats, huh? People love those blue hats.
I love the Navy.
Yeah,
Navy
but some
blue hats.
Yeah, so do I. I think they're great. Then some people don't. And
I don't know.
I
don't understand. I don't really care.
Uniforms can be the most diversive thing in sports too, where it's like, oh, these are the best uniforms ever. Those uniforms are crap. And I'm not talking about Cardinals, because I do love the dark blue. But another organization, Falcons. They're getting new uniforms in April. All I keep seeing is like, oh, they got to go back to the red jerseys and the silver pants. Go fast lane yourself. That's the worst look. You want to be Georgia? Go be Georgia then.
Well, they are located in Georgia.
Yeah, but don't be the Bulldogs.
Well, who's to say the Bulldogs didn't copy them?
No,
Bulldogs, they do have the same logo as the Green Bay Packers.
And Grambling.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who you want to be? Great. But my point is, Marsh, could say, well, do what's right by the fan base. Bring this color scheme back. And then half the fan base is like, I hate that.
I don't know. I associate the Navy Caps with winning baseball.
Do you?
I do. I really do.
Okay.
Anthony likes the STL.
Yeah, I do.
The hat too, right?
No, I like the.
You like the hat.
I like the
you
hat.
like the hat.
I like the STL logo hat,
Yeah.
not STL right across the front.
You like it.
That's dumb.
Nice.
It looks terrible.
Very self-explanatory, though. Some would say it's so obvious it's genius.
The City Connect jerseys grew on me quickly.
They're good.
The hat,
Love it. It
dumb.
feels out
It's
of
terrible.
place. It
It's
feels out of
terrible.
place.
Yes.
Because the typography is not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same, Anthony. So it feels out of place. I agree with you. Agree with you on that one.
Thank you.
We got to bring back those Navy caps. And they wear them when they take on teams that wear red hats when they're on the road. They do break out the Navy caps, but it's not full time.
Right. Okay. Marsh knows what he's doing with the uniform stuff. So I would just listen to Marsh on that.
Hey, shout out to the Black Sox.
Yeah, darn right. Black Sox got to get going here.
Will they have a similar or better year than the flag football Falcons?
It's year one. It's tough to tell. You know, I don't want to put that sort of pressure on the St. Louis Black Sox.
Yeah.
You know, to match up with the flag football Falcons.
It's championship or bust, Anthony. You know, we're in St. Louis.
But you know what?
You have a standard, though.
Yeah, but in football, maybe where we're a program.
Yeah, you're building a foundation.
Yeah,
for this,
we're a
baseball
program
team.
right now for the baseball. It's year one. We're a program with football. It's different. It's way different. All right, biggest question of the day next on 101 ESPN.
It's time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
All right, time for the biggest question of the day here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. It's 5:05. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh.
All right, gentlemen, earlier today we talked about if one player can immediately change the trajectory of a franchise. The question I have for you today is, can the wrong contract sink your franchise? We know that Chris Bryant, he is going to start the season on the 60-day injured list. He has been hurt forever, it seems like. It seems like that he's only played in a handful of games since signing that contract with the Colorado Rockies. And now baseball, when it comes to contracts, can be a little bit different than other sports, the four major sports, because they don't have a salary cap. We know that, and maybe in the future there will be one, but for now there's not. But do you believe that the wrong contract can ultimately sink a franchise into a long drought of, no playoff success or whatever it may be?
Depends on the sport, obviously. In football, I don't think a big contract can necessarily crush you, because it's not the entire contract isn't guaranteed. There's portions of it guaranteed. If you get a cap hit, your cap hit could be awful, but it's usually typically for a year. Like Russell Wilson, that cap hit that Denver absorbed, I think they were out of it in a year or two. The Falcons cap hit with Kirk Cousins, it's not going to be as bad moving forward as it was the last 2 years. So there's certain things that you could do to restructure it. So I don't think in football a contract absolutely cripples you. In baseball, it could cripple you depending on what organization you are. Obviously, the Dodgers, who don't ever sign bad players because they just get the best ones, that's not going to cripple them. But if you're another team, like the Brewers with Christian Yelich, if he was awful, that could have crippled them for a while. If they didn't know what the hell they were doing, finding all the value within the margins, some of these players that, they get value all over the place, something like a big contract to Christian Yelich could have really crippled them.
Yeah, but I'll push back just for a second.
You push me.
Because if the Brewers were committed to paying that contract anyway, so let's say he doesn't perform right, they still committed to pay that contract, meaning they can still pay that contract with him sitting at home or somewhere else. So it's not crippling them. And the reason it doesn't is because it's a non-cap league. You following me?
The Brewers cap themselves, though.
But what I'm saying is they already agreed to pay that kind of money. So if they bring in another player, X, Y, or Z, who's making league minimum to cover Christian Yelich while they figure things out, they're still paying the same amount of money. And there's no penalty to the team with the league, so they can still backfill that spot. In the NHL, or even in the NFL sometimes, the NFL with the guaranteed money gets tricky. I don't know much about the NBA, but in the NHL, if you sign a bad contract, good luck. Good luck getting rid of it, because that cap hit is yours. You're married to the cap hit until you move the cap to someone else who's willing to accept said cap hit. And most of the time, if you have a bad contract, it means you're attaching a very good player, a very good prospect, or a high draft pick to that player in order for someone to absorb the cap hit. And most of the time, those players, if you give them top dollar and a no trade or a no movement clause, now what?
You're in hell.
You're in hell. Whereas Christian Yelich, you can send him home and pay him what you were already agreed to pay him anyways. It's already budgeted.
But it could be there could be three players to the Brewers. That's my point.
I agree that, but what I'm saying is it doesn't affect them financially because they've already agreed to pay. It's like every year you agree to pay a certain amount of money for your mortgage, right? You allot that monthly and yearly. That's my mortgage.
Sure.
So you're paying.
I get it. It's sunk cost. Yeah, I get you.
Like,
if you're comparing baseball to hockey, I agree with you that hockey could be way worse.
That's what I'm trying to say is it varies from sport to sport over how contracts can cripple the team or not.
I don't disagree with that. I completely agree with that. And if you're handing out a bunch of no trade clauses and all of that, you can put yourself in NHL purgatory.
Yes.
What about a no trade clause in baseball?
Well, we just saw with Arenado. You can work it.
You can absolutely.
No trade means you can still DFA said player. You're going to pay him,
right?
But you can DFA him. No movement in hockey.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
That's a tough one.
Right.
That's the tough one.
Yeah.
The no trade clause, you can still waive that player because it's not a trade. You're waiving him. Now you risk losing that player for nothing.
Right.
But still.
I mean, do you guys have any examples of teams that have signed certain contracts that have basically crippled their organization for an extended period of time?
In baseball?
Or just in any sport?
Well, in hockey, you had the Suter-Parise contracts up in Minnesota.
They seem to be doing fine, though.
They did, but they had to work their way through it.
For sure.
They had dead cap space of like $10 to $15 million at one point. That Bill Guerin, that was his salary cap, was $15 million lower than everybody else because he had dead cap space in there. And they still, I got to give Billy Guerin credit, the Minnesota Wild were never terrible. They still stayed somewhat in the muddy middle, and now that they've been out of that cap hell, look at them. So
true.
I was going to say, even though the Browns signed Deshaun Watson to that massive contract that was obviously frowned upon from everybody in the NFL, from the ownership side, I don't think it has been detrimental. They already
But he's been on the IR the whole time.
Yeah, but yes. Yeah.
So it doesn't even count on the cap.
Well,
this guy counts in their pocketbook.
Correct. So I don't think that I don't know of a contract that you could say, well, that put this team in the hole for X number of years, because I think if it gets to it, you're injured, even if you're not, or we'll move on from you and take the cap hit, and we'll live in that world for a couple of years until we're out of that. So I don't know that a contract can be so detrimental. I think maybe drafting the wrong player is probably more detrimental than actually signing the wrong player. Like if you draft a guy, what were we looking at earlier? I forget what draft picks we were looking at, but you look at the names after a team drafts a certain player, you're like, man, they missed out on. What were we looking at yesterday?
In football?
It was football, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What team was it? I don't remember what team it was, but then we ran down the list of players in that same draft in that first round. You're like, you would have been much better having this player. It was the Titans when they drafted Corey Davis, I believe.
Oh, okay.
2017. And I'm trying to remember who all was in that draft. So they had Patrick Mahomes was in that draft. You had Deshaun Watson, who we were just talking about. And the Titans took Corey Davis 5th overall. They didn't need a running back because they had already had Derrick Henry. Christian McCaffrey went in that draft as well. But you start looking at some of the names in terms of who you could have taken as TJ Watt was another name in that draft later on that the Steelers took. So I think not drafting correctly is probably more detrimental than signing a huge contract to a player. Yeah, you're allocating funds, but especially in the NFL, they'll say the hell with it. We got to get out of this quicker than we thought.
Yeah.
What do you guys think could be more detrimental to a team, signing a free agent or extending a player that's already on your team based on what they have shown you? There are some examples here in St. Louis where a player shows you something, whatever team you want to pick, they've given that player an extension, and all of a sudden that play has dipped.
I think like Matt Carpenter, you're talking about the second Matt Carpenter contract?
Yeah,
probably comes to mind. Miles Michaelis also comes to mind, sure. I think if you drafted that player, you developed that player, and you give them a contract extension, and for some reason it didn't work out, I think you could justify it a little bit more. Matt Carpenter is a perfect example of this. The first contract he signs, he overperformed that contract by leaps and bounds. The second one he signed, he underperformed that contract by leaps and bounds. Had you flipped the two, nobody would have said anything. But at least you drafted that player, you developed that player, he came within your organization, right? If you sign a player and you pay that player market value, which means a lot of times you're overpaying to get that player off the market, and they underperform. That is not your player. You did not draft that player. He did not grow up in your organization, and you just overpaid that player, and he did not perform. I think that, to me, is way worse.
I do, too, because maybe you didn't do enough research, right? Like, who is this player? We know what he can do on the field or on the ice or on the court, but, like, who is he as a person? You look foolish in that regard. If you pay a player that you know, and injuries or poor performance just happen to come in, you know what? You rolled the dice on one of your guys. It didn't work out. But I think those players, those homegrown talents, tend to work out a little bit better than the ones that come in and they're hired mercenaries. Not all the time, but, a lot of the times. All right. It's Fast on 101 ESPN. Carey and Jamie developed this gem of a segment. The aptly named, Who's Pissed Off Today? We'll play that next on 101 ESPN.
The Johnny Landau Chevrolet family has been providing the best automotive prices and award-winning service in the St. Louis area for over 85 years. Team Landau's goal is not just to sell you a car, but to make you a Landau customer for life. Each member of the Johnny Landau Chevrolet team, from parts and service to finance and sales, is committed to ensuring their customers are always completely satisfied. I myself have been a customer for over 25 years, and now my children are customers of Landau Chevrolet, and we will do so as a family continually because, one, great vehicles, great prices, but it is the customer service that really, really sells me on Johnny Landau Chevrolet. And it should for you. They care. They care about the customer. They want to treat you like family. In fact, they do treat you like family, and they take care of you. They remind you about your oil changes, remind you about certain things for tune-ups and things to keep your car going. They want your vehicle to last as long as it possibly can, and then when you're finally done with that vehicle, they're going to give you the most money available for that vehicle. That is the Landau guarantee, and they're going to keep you a Landau customer for life. There are 2 locations now, the original one in Florissant, Missouri, and the new Landau Autoplex located out in St. Peters. Both are stocked with great inventory, and they both have great people working there. You're going to love going by either location. So please stop by either location. Tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in. If you can't do that, get there online. Visit them at Londoff.com or LondoffAutoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
Johnny Landau Chevrolet.
back to the Fast Lane. I'm Carey Davis, joined by Andrew Marsh, Jamie Rivers, and Anthony Stalter. And we have a new segment here. Jamie and I were thinking about this and noticed over, I don't know, forever, Bob, that everyone's always pissed off. So we decided, hey, who's more pissed off today? And Jamie, your thought was there's a certain group of people that are extremely pissed off. The Olympics are starting. Who you got, Jamie?
Oh, man. So here's my thing is you talk about, we'll keep it the hockey, but let's just say every event, because Russia has always had tremendous athletes. Now, have they had some help before? It has happened.
What do you mean, Jamie?
You know, Anthony.
What are you talking about?
Let's just say they wouldn't get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay?
Oh, man.
Now, that being said,
they're hockey players.
One thing that has pissed off a lot of people is that the Olympics have kind of been politicized. And, but I look at it a different way. I go, okay, listen, Team USA. It's clear that there's some athletes that are happy right now with the president and some that aren't, or with the politics. Let's just put it that way, okay? Let's not isolate one person. How about the politics? You don't think it's the same way in Russia?
Yeah.
Where the athletes could be divided as to some are supporting what Putin is doing and some that are completely against it? Yet we're blanketing the entire athlete body saying, you can't compete for your country. Okay. So let's say they don't compete for Russia. Why can't they compete as Russian athletes? They've done it before. Literally as that. Athletes from Russia. Gold medal here, silver medal here. And it could be any country for that matter. Right now there are a lot of things that are going on in the world to where each country could be held accountable for something that's going on. Why are the athletes being held accountable?
Being punished for it.
Because, and the whole thing about who's pissed off, Nikita Kucherov is pissed off. He's
Pavel
one of the
Buchnevich?
Pavel Buchnevich, Alex Ovechkin. This will be his last opportunity to play in the Olympics. At least we think so. I mean, the guy's kind of a robot. Who knows? But in theory, this should be his last time competing for Russia or in the Olympics. Never mind for Russia.
And you were mentioning that Russian team might be the favorites if they were actually allowed to play.
It's crazy
in the Olympics.
Think about this for goaltending: Vasilevsky, Shesterkin, Bobrovsky. That's their three goalies. And then you go through their four lines with Kucherov, Ovechkin, Buchnevich, like you name your Kaprizov, like all of these guys. So when you're talking about best on best right now in every sport, for that matter, when you have athletes from a certain country that are dominant in so many different areas, you're not really getting best on best. And this is not a politics discussion. So I haven't read the text line because I'm almost afraid to. The fact that there's a war going on between Russia and Ukraine, and the Russians have initiated this war. Do you think Nikita Kucherov, who's in Tampa Bay playing for the Lightning, has anything to do with that war? No. He might support it. I'm not saying he does. He doesn't. But what if he doesn't? Now he's being thrown into the group of people who cannot participate because of decisions by people in politics or higher up. So he has no control over anyways. So that's kind of pissed them off, and it's kind of pissed me off, too, when I think about it.
Well, I was looking at, I was watching the Super Bowl, man, and I thought it was an outstanding Super Bowl. You all didn't like it. You hated it. But I loved it. I thought it was a great game. Marcy hated it for sure. But then they got to, after the second quarter ends, Anthony, go into halftime, get your Gatorade and water.
Halftime adjustments.
You get your apple and your orange slices, and you sit there. There's a performance. Got a lot of people pissed off. A Bad Bunny. A lot of people were upset about the old bunny out there performing. They didn't like it. They didn't like that it was not in English. It was in Spanish. People were angry. They were, oh, no! What are we doing? I thought it was a great performance. I thought it was outstanding. I think music is a form of art that you don't have to understand every single word. You can understand the beat. You can understand the vibe. You got eyes. You're watching the performance. You're watching people have a great time celebrating. And I thought it was outstanding. I thought that, the fact that it was not in English, maybe that pissed some people off. It probably pissed off a lot of people.
I got to be honest.
It pissed Jamie off. He was pissed off.
It didn't piss me off.
It is the Super Bowl in America.
Yeah, and listen, this is nothing. Now, the counter argument to that, which I've been told, is what was the first language spoke in the United States?
Okay.
Spanish. It was, because the Spanish explorers came over and blah, blah. If you really want to dive into it, trust me, somebody set me in my place quick. But the fact that every single song was in Spanish, I could have used a splash of... Mix it up.
You got Lady Gaga. She performed in English.
Yeah, you're right, but
got a little splash there.
I know. I maybe a little more splash.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was very good. I enjoyed watching it, and I went to Puerto Rico last year. I got to experience some of the landscape and some of the things that he was honoring in that performance. So I thought it was really cool. It was really interesting. But it pissed some people off. It did have some people very upset and frustrated with what was taking place. And, so it's not for everyone. But I will say this. I heard someone say this the other day, and I thought it was really interesting. When people go to the opera, I don't think that they know exactly what words are being sung. But people are engaged. The opera has been around for a number of years. You're watching the opera.
Some people cry and they have no idea what's going on.
They have no clue what's being said, but you're watching the performance. It's about the performance that you're actually watching. So that was the comparison that I got. And I'm like, you know what? That is actually spot on. You don't know what the hell they're saying. I don't know what the hell they're saying. They're singing in octaves I can't even get to if I tried. But as you said, some people are there crying, and they're moved by that movement. So for me, it was awesome. I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty dope, and I enjoyed it.
I didn't have to worry about it. I never watched the halftime show.
Yeah, you didn't watch. You didn't watch it. You didn't watch Kendrick Lamar. You didn't watch Usher. And people get pissed off about everything.
Why would I? No, and I wasn't upset. I just don't. To me, I think they always. I view it this way: the Super Bowl halftime show is never directed at me, ever. I never listen to the musical talents that they choose. Never.
I do think they did miss an opportunity here. And I'll voice this. I do think if they wanted to do the Bad Bunny thing, okay, you're wanting to do this new thing, whatever. First of all, I couldn't believe how politicized the halftime show ended up being. Like,
really interesting.
Can we do anything without it being politicized?
Nah.
I'll just be honest with you.
That's a no. That's a no for me.
I lean more Republican when it comes to business matters and things like that. Do you think I give a spit who the heck is doing the halftime show? Like, I'm not politicizing the halftime show.
Right.
But I do think there was a missed opportunity. At some point, remember Aerosmith performed and they had NSYNC and Britney Spears and they all did this one thing? How cool would it have been to have Bad Bunny do his thing and then somewhere near the end, it rolls into a Metallica song and they're there because they're from that area.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they're from
that would have been cool. I think it was a missed opportunity. Yeah. Maybe they asked. Maybe everybody said no. I have no idea.
Right.
But I don't know. The halftime show, whether you're Republican, Democrat, whether it was last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you're going to get 50% of the people that loved it, 50% of the people that hated it. Every year. Almost, anyways. There's always people that love it or hate it.
Yeah. I mean,
people really got pissed off.
They were really pissed off. Like, it just, oh my God. Come on, man. And the crazy part to me is, it's 15 minutes. Like, it was 15 minutes. You didn't have to watch it.
That's longer than a lot of things.
A lot of things that people do every day. You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully.
Our segments are usually 8 to 12. Yeah, give or take. It was, hey, nobody's worried about that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be, but they were. They were pissed off, Anthony.
Halftime show for me is an opportunity to go to the bathroom, refill the food, things like that. I'm not into Usher. Bad Bunny,
Usher, baby,
or Kendrick Lamar. Not saying that any of those people aren't talented. I know they are. Absolutely. Beyonce, she's beloved. Beyonce is absolutely beloved.
You will not slander Beyonce on these airwaves.
She was not great. Sorry,
like that was not
redundancy
in her lyrics. Drive me insane.
That is Anthony Stalter talking about Beyonce.
Let's talk Shakira and J-Lo. No problemo there.
That one I didn't mind.
Right now,
Oh, really?
No, I had no idea what politics were involved in that. Didn't care.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But Beyonce repeating her lyrics 24/7. I mean,
Anthony,
when she
that
writes
is
a
a
lyric.
bad take.
Oh, man, people are mad at me because I said I lean Republican. Now they're politicizing the show.
Well, just
the ones who got pissed for your Republican buddies.
Hold on,
They're not my buddies.
Hold on, just
Not all.
hold on, just wait. 3, 2, 1. Here comes all the texts that support you.
Some people say, yeah, great take, Jamie. Yeah. Holy crap.
It's blowing up.
I'm a Canadian.
It's blowing
Get
up.
off my back. But this is why. What was the segment called?
Who's pissed off today? There you go.
I see lots of people. 314.
Text line now.
You all are
I know
pissed
you're
off.
angry.
Yeah.
Just breathe deep. All right.
Bet the
That
board.
pissed off everybody.
Next on 101 ESPN. Jamie, I know that you've experienced what it's like to get the Stewie treatment. You bought a home, and he made the loan process incredibly easy. And you've got a lot of things going on. You've got multiple businesses. You've got different, whether it's W-2s or 1099s, and Stewie took care of all that for you. For me, there's been a couple of times I just had questions for Stewie, and he gets me on the phone, walks me through my best options, gives me sound advice, and sometimes the advice is just, hey, stand pat. Stewie's not out to make a buck. He's out to save you money because he knows you're going to keep coming back to him, and that's what Stewie's all about.
Yeah, he's about great customer service, and he cares about his clients. That's the bottom line. And even if you're not his client, even if you're just calling him for a second opinion and you don't use him, he's there to help you. Stewie hates nothing more than seeing people losing money or making bad decisions. Mm-hmm. So he's always there to help, but you do have to pick up the phone. You do have to call him. He has his personal cell phone number, 314-324-4440.
Again, 314-324-4440.
Call him, text him. He didn't call us today. He's probably busy talking to a 101 ESPN listener as we speak. He's always working magic, that guy.
Always.
He's working real hard, and we love Stewie. You're going to love him, too. But you do have to call him. If you can't remember that number, what can you do?
You can always Google the Bagel Loan.
NMLS number 226715.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you will find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Dalibor Dvorsky scored earlier today for Slovakia. They took down Finland by a final score of 4-1, and Team Sweden defeated Italy 5-2. We're all excited for tomorrow as the United States will start in the Olympics for men's hockey as well as Canada. We'll talk about those games tomorrow. But coming up next, we have Bet the Board. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time to play Bet the Board. Marsh, I know you got a dub last night.
I did, yes.
I feel like I willed that into existence for you by naming all the losses BYU had.
I told you they were due, Anthony.
You were right. Spot on, my man. You nailed that one. So what are the latest standings?
Oh, I lost last night.
Me too.
Yeah, Jamie did not pick up a point. Anthony, you did not pick up a point. However, Carey and I picked up points. And so Jamie and Carey are tied with 4 points. Anthony, you and I are tied with 3 points.
Boy, Carey, my man. We pissed off everybody at the same time.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Man. Nah. People need to get a hobby.
It's on you,
They
Dan.
have one. They're crushing you
it's on
guys.
me.
They do. Yeah.
Give me the NBA again, because, baby, I cannot get enough
of it.
Nope. Can't get enough of a good thing.
Do your Pistons play tonight?
No. Well, if they do, they're not falling in the right category, that's for sure. Plus, we got some suspensions, so I'm going to stay away from that. They play in Toronto tonight, but we're missing a few guys for some things that happened.
Yeah, and you don't want to go against your Canadian brethren.
Give me the Knicks over the Sixers on the money line, minus 135.
I'm going to take the Golden State Warriors on the alt spread at plus, what was it, 8.5, I believe. Yeah, plus 8.5. Spurs played last night. Well, they didn't play a long time because the Lakers just laid down. I don't know what the hell that was. They were down by like 30 at one point.
Lakers stink.
They're not.
Lakers stink.
They didn't have the
LeBron
guys.
had some choice words to say about his team last night.
Well, maybe you should play.
That's what a championship team looks like. Not like us.
Yeah.
His teammates.
He's injured. He's hurt.
Oh, yeah, he's hurt already. Hurt feelings.
His pride's hurt. All right, Marsh, is it my turn?
You can go.
Please give me the Florida Gators, minus 7.5 on the alt line.
How you going? Basketball again?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Who wouldn't, Carey?
Just like I chose the Florida Gators to win the national championship last season.
Tell us again
As
about
it was confirmed by my
Watch
guy
this.
Gator in the snake pit, I am going to take the Florida Gators tonight, minus 7.5 on the alt line.
Look, he's dislocated his shoulder so he can pat himself on the back.
Who did you pick
No,
the
I
year
did
before?
not. If I was going to do that, I would also remind everybody that I picked the UConn Huskies the year before. And
That's
the year
the other
before that,
shoulder now.
I also chose the UConn Huskies.
Now he
Who
had a
you
rib-
got this
now
year?
he had a
I'm
rib
going to
removed.
really brag. You know, Jamie, you said a lot of
You picked the Dodgers in the two
questionable
last
things.
World Series
I
as well.
certainly did.
Yeah, that's a good job.
Took the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about last year?
Last year I missed. Last year's a swing and a miss. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, Gator. I'm with you. I see you, Gator.
Just wait, Gator. He'll turn on you too.
I'm not going to turn on Gator.
Yeah,
No
you
way.
will. At some point, you will.
Gator's
At some point, you'll be like, I had to crush the Gators.
The hell with them Gators.
The hell with them Gators.
I don't think so,
The
man.
Gators ain't doing their job.
I don't think so.
It's coming. Don't turn your back, Gator.
Oh, stop it. You and me, Gator, against these fools.
What?
You heard me.
Is Marshy going to go or not? You quit?
No, I'm just waiting for you guys to
stop all the banter.
To what, Marsh? Just say it. Just say it. You don't like us.
I'm waiting. No. I'm waiting for you guys to finish the conversation that you were having. I don't want to interrupt.
Okay.
Because I have a question for you guys. Canada, Czech Republic. They're playing tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:40 a.m. That is before our show starts.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to go over the rules here. Does that game count for today's Bet the Board?
I'll do you a favor here, Marsh.
I'm just asking.
I'll do you a favor.
That's okay.
I'll do you a favor. That play can count for tonight's Bet the Board. You just won't get a play for tomorrow. It's up to you.
Oh, he's not wrong.
It's Marshy, up to you.
No, Anthony says some dumb things. This is not dumb.
What, the French toast?
No, it's just I'm helping you.
I the crab sandwich.
The rule is the game has to end before the show starts. So with that being said, you are well within your right to take a 9 a.m. game. Now, if it goes into a million overtimes and the show starts and they're still playing hockey.
You don't write the rules.
That's the rule.
No, I've got the rules
we
here.
have precedent. We have set precedent.
Marsh,
where I picked the game.
You picked a game that didn't even exist.
You can have
time.
that play for tonight.
Marshy.
But you forego your selection for tomorrow.
See, I don't know if that is
it's not accurate.
Is an accurate statement, because if I remember correctly, a few months ago when I just so happened to pick a underdog in a tennis match, that match started at 2 a.m. in the morning. And why do I know that? Why do I know that? Because I was paying attention to the results at the time because I stay up late.
Yeah.
And that started at 2 a.m.
Jamie has picked many games that have started.
And we allowed
many
you
matches that have started.
And we allowed you
on the road.
Marsh,
you texted in, brother.
We allowed you to have a pick that same day?
Yeah.
Well, that's on us. Then we made a mistake.
Nah. Marshy.
He already wasted his parlay. Give him the damn pick.
All right.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, it counts.
Yeah, Marsh, you just keep bending the rules. Whatever you want.
Oh, it counts. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, yeah, because if we make that a rule, then, you know what, actually, Anthony, it might not be a bad rule if you give them a game that starts and then they can't have a pick the next day. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You like the pick so much, go for it. Fine.
You better be sure.
You better be sure.
We gonna make that a rule?
Yeah. Unless it's a Friday, because the weekend is in play then. Unless it's a Friday, you got to choose a game that's within that day.
I don't think so. You guys remember Katarzyna Kawa, the tennis player? Again, it started at 2 a.m.
Catalina wine mixer.
Polish professional tennis player.
That was Jamie's pick.
No, it was my pick. Apparently, when I was gone. And it started at 2 a.m. local time.
Again, we shouldn't have allowed you to have a pick the following day. Then that's on us.
Anthony, just let it go, man.
You've been bending the rules in your favor for a while now. It seems
it's worked to his advantage.
Marsh, we're just kidding. Go ahead.
What the hell did you say?
I have another pick.
No, just.
What the hell did he say?
It was on purpose. It's like, stop.
Marsh, we're going to give you the
pick. But it's worked to his advantage.
I don't know if I'm feeling this pick anymore.
Okay.
Nah, I'm kidding. Give me Canada and the Czech Republic over 1.5 goals in the first period.
I don't hate your play at all.
There you have it. Okay. We good?
Yep.
Hey, tune in next week to the morning after. They'll be broadcasting live from Cardinals spring training in Jupiter, Florida. Don't miss TMA live from spring training every day next week. It's all brought to you by Healthcare Evolution. And you can also join Alex Ferrario and Michelob Ultra this Saturday from 1:30 to 3:30 at Ballpark Village. FanDuel Sports Live. Cheer on Team USA during the Winter Games and get signed up for your chance to win a signed USA men's hockey jersey. Plus, brand ambassadors will be sampling Mick Ultra. We'll be giving away other Team USA items. There will be awesome Mick Ultra specials available and more. It's all happening this Saturday from 1:30 to 3:30 with Michelob Ultra and 101 ESPN's Alex Ferrario at FanDuel Sports Live inside Ballpark Village. Get all the details now at 101ESPN.com. When we return, 3 stars of the day, what we learned. We'll wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN.
Alex Ferrario here. You've heard me talk about
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Time to find out whatever you learned today, starting off with Andrew Marsh.
Oh, I learned that there's a lot of back and forth today. I think that's a nice way to put it. Back and forth.
Yeah, it's all Anthony's fault.
There it is.
Usually it is. Really doesn't matter what it is. It just usually is. You know?
You're like the quarterback, man. When it goes well, you get the credit. When it goes bad, you get the blame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Head coach, quarterback, it's just kind of your role.
I think
Jamie's more like a nose tackle, right? Just burrow it in, just messing stuff up. He plays hard, but you know, if he does something bad, you're like,
You don't notice me? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that because you're very important. Casey Hampton was extremely important. He
doesn't notice me.
But he's just bull. Just
we'll see how much you notice me in the future, Carey.
You won't be here.
Jamie, I think
I'll miss you.
The next 2 days.
Jamie, I got you as the star defender.
Oh, you got him at a safety?
I don't need those charges.
Linebacker.
Oh, man.
Anthony, we got a couple wide receivers here that keep placing the blame on you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Man.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Nah, man. I'm not placing blame on you. I just said when it goes well, you get the credit. When it goes bad, you get the blame. That's when you're the head of the team. Hey, man. comes with the territory.
Yeah, I don't
You're the captain. You're the captain now.
I'm the captain. Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me. All right, Carey, what'd you learn?
I learned that, it doesn't take much to get people riled up around here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love you all. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if they're feeling the love.
Love is always.
Can you feel the love tonight? Jamie, what'd you learn?
I learned that people can hate you quickly for literally little to no reason at all.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tried harder many times in my life to be hated. Today was
This
really
was just
easy.
a layup.
Yeah, this was easy.
Yeah. What I learned is that Jamie picks everybody up on this show, and he's always offering positive praise and, reinforcement. Could have fooled me.
Anthony, you've never said anything so good in your life. I'm proud of you. You're doing a hell of a job today.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
That's Jamie right there. Yeah. Jamie in a nutshell.
I got you.
Old Mr. Positive Jamie.
Yep.
All right, Marsh. If you want to do 3 stars of the day or you want to do some criticisms and compliments, it's up to you, my man.
Why don't we do 3 stars of the day?
That's probably a lot of...
we got a few here and there on the text line. There's just too many of them.
Good.
Compliment.
Good to hear that.
Definitely some criticisms.
It happens.
Time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book. Now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
We got to go back to the first segment of the day for our 3rd star of the day, and that goes out to Drag Bunts.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Victor Scott. Ready to play ball?
Oh, yeah.
Our 2nd star of the day goes out to the fella that keeps your yard intact. That's the Fox.
Fox, absolutely the Fox.
Ding, 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 ding. And our 1st star of the day, he might be a loser. Wow. Well, his team lost earlier today, but man, what a heck of an effort out of the Italian goaltender.
Right.
Man,
Yeah,
he
Back
played.
up the starter, of course.
right.
They had a 93% save percentage, Jamie. You know that? 93%.
Yeah, he had 100 shots. Yes, he did
They
great.
saved 93% of those
Honestly,
shots.
that guy, they should have carried that guy off the ice on their shoulders.
60 shots. Well, I think he only. I think he faced 55 or 50.
55 shots, 3 goals.
That's unbelievable.
And by the way, like 55 shots, like your team had no chance.
Man.
No.
They were peppering him.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like they're angry
He's
with him.
everywhere.
Like his defenders were angry with him.
I don't know that they were angry. They
Don't know how to play hockey.
They know how to play hockey.
Not to that level.
They just, the other guys were better.
Yeah,
There's
it happens.
There's some sports that Italians just we're not great at. Basketball's number 1.
Oh, man.
You typically don't see a strong Italian playing basketball. Every once in a while, one would sneak through, but typically no. Football, yes, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great sport.
Hockey, I guess not either.
No, they're fine.
Yeah, they'll be okay. They'll bounce back.
That's a lot of shots.
There's a whole lot of shots.
About 3 Blues games right there.
Well, there's no way. There's no way that.
Maybe 4.
At least.
It's just a stray. All right, that'll do it for us. For Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers, for Andrew Marsh, I'm Anthony Stalter. Appreciate everybody listening. We'll be back tomorrow at 2. See you.